All right. So, previously on Season of Ghost, Soggy, we started the preparations for the Festival of the Long Night. Um, we had just finished the tea house. We, just helped out a little bit around town in order to, get ready for winter. Start getting some food and building up some security. Um, with the festival getting started, though, we also had some opportunities to help out, help set the festival up, which is what I did. I helped um, set the festival up. Went around and um, scheduled some of the competitions and made sure I got the recipe for mooncakes so that I can make them during the day, on the night. Um, Everybody else did a couple other things. Some went out hunting. Some went to go around helping the townsfolk in order to get the village prepared. Um, during that time too, we did find some moments to do some research, which was turned out to be fruitful afterwards at the end of the week. But so the entire week it was pretty uneventful, but it was a lot of hope and preparation getting ready for the festival. On the night of the festival, though, all of us, all the Mistbreakers, got an invitation for a dinner from Cian's house, from Cian's family. So, we decided to go have dinner at Cian's place, or Ciang's place. I guess both of their places. And it was really nice. We all were able to bring a +1. I brought my sister. Ty brought what is her name again? Starts with something Beth.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Fang brought Beetle, but also man, I'm forgetting her name now too. Zataku. And Ross went to go try and bring his father, but I don't think it worked out, and so he ended up bringing I'm forgetting his name now too.
Kazuma.
Kazuma. Okay. All right, and so we all gathered at Cian's place and had dinner. It was a full 3-course meal. We also broke out Old Man Mitsuki's medicinal brew, and had a great time drinking, eating, and just talking, asking a lot of personal questions about how things work with our bodies and things like that. And overall, it was a great time. After dinner, we went out and explored the festival. Took place in some of the competitions. We were all dressed up for it, and so we Ross went to go do the moon viewing poetry competition. I don't think it worked out too well, but he was there and he was trying. Both Fang, Beetle, Katai, and me both took place in the reed cutting competition, and I surprisingly did really well. A lot better than I thought I was going to do. Maybe it was a little bit of cheating because I helped kind of set up the competition, so I knew how things worked. But hey, it's what it is. What it is. We then after that went and had the lantern crafting competition, which is something I've been practicing for a while now. And with that too, I was able to win with a very a design of a lantern that kind of took elements of both Northridge and South Bank, coiled around a serpent in honor of my mother, for my lantern design. And with that capping the end of the festival, we kind of enjoyed ourselves for the rest of the night. Eventually, Asahina Shinzo showed up, ready to sell party gifts, festival gifts, and equipment. And so we went there and talked to him, made some purchases, and then called it in for the night.
And so each of you returned home, with exciting plans to meet with new people, perhaps that you haven't spent enough time with, and with some amount of mending to many of the relationships in Willowshore that over a stressful summer, now everyone can band together as Willowshore to survive winter together. The first long night is more than just a festival for Willowshore this year. It was the first time that Willowshore was able to be one since the attack after the previous festival. All that said and done, I do have a recap roleplay question. And Jobin, what would you like? A hero point? Or would you like a d6?
I'm going for the hero point.
Sounds good. Trust is something that has been rebuilt over the first long night. And I must ask, for your character, perhaps during the night, many people approached you and gave thanks, sharing their gourds filled with alcohol, and expressing for you to partake with them beside a grave for their ancestor or their loved one that died during the attack. Tell me, what is one way through the Nope Borapos or the many gremlins and attacks that your character can earn or be given trust? What would it take? I'm definitely not going to use this against you.
This is a question you should have asked us at the beginning so we could think about it.
If anyone would like to take this and the D4 that comes along with it, please.
Listen, this is just a really loaded question, okay? A second.
Going twice. And taken by the Joe of Ben. Please. Whenever you're ready.
All right. The best way to earn Jobin's trust is to be honest and earnest. So it's one of those things where, like, if he sees you working hard and then it's paying off and there's honesty inside that work, it makes him he feels like he can trust. It's somebody he can trust.
Interesting. Okay. That's a very simple but concise answer.
Mm-hmm.
You can take your D4, and who would you like to ask that of the party or NPCs that you've met so long in the campaign?
I mean, does anybody in the party want it? Because no one rolled. If not, I'll ask,
I can answer.
Yeah, I can answer too. Now, I've thought of something.
All right.
So either one of us.
All right. Let me see here. Hold on. Odd, Fang, even Ross. All right, Fang.
Fang, you're just gonna call it odd. That's weird. Sorry.
The thing is odd. Just like the
there's a
way
reason
to
why
earn his
Job-
trust.
Yeah, that's the reason why Jobin set up. Fang is odd.
I would say the best way for Fang to just trust you, like, naturally, is to have a good, like, understanding of the weather and care about the weather.
Wow. Okay, so you trust Utaku. Wait,
Yep.
I guess Utaku doesn't necessarily care about the weather, just can predict it.
Well, she's got a good. She's got her pulse on. She's got her hand on the pulse.
Got
know?
you. Okay.
She's a weather woman.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I appreciate that. All right.
And I believe, and I think as a fisher, you know, she cares a lot about the weather.
Yeah. It's important for the pools that she tends to and the fishing that she does. All right. Well, that's interesting. Caring about the weather. All right. Let's settle back in, shall we? The morning after the first long night, is one often filled with lackadaisy arousements, thanks to many, many drinks that are partaken with people long past, and also the food that is eaten and filling of belly. And also because you stay up till midnight. Everyone in Willowshore stays up until midnight. So I assume you all sleep in until at least the 10 a.m. just before noon. And I have to ask, as each of you awaken and find yourselves moving about, opening your doors, perhaps with some amount of worry in your eyes, Willowshore stands, the eternal lantern lit, ugly cute in the distance, maintaining his vigil. Everything is as it stands. Nothing has happened over the course of the first long night. What do you do? Do you gather and speak at the Storming Beetle? Or shall we move into downtime immediately? I don't mind either way.
I think the only thing is maybe you want to tell Old Man Mitsuki and Granny Who what we learned about with the research.
Ooh. And do you want to remind the party what you learned?
So it was the one about the hero that fought against Great Kukopti and defeated them, and they were long gone. There's the weakening of the mist on the western side, and that there should be some type of tree, tree, I think, that's was at the temple that's supposed to be keeping him at bay. That might be weakening. I believe it was a tree, right? Of something that's sealed, that he was sealed away in.
Yeah, I
Might be
can.
weakening.
So that's Tansugi Monastery. You've learned through ancient rites and rituals is named after Tansuijing, the hero. But a Sugi tree is a very consecrated and rare tree that is mythological in nature. And you've learned that when the hero died, she became a Sugi tree, or a Sugi tree sprouted from her. And it was maintained in the monastery every day through the constant vigil of the monks there. But the Tansugi Monastery, as it's been named, has been abandoned. The daily rituals to ensure the health of the Sugi trees is gone. I hope that kind of... I didn't mean to take over your recap of it, but I hope that makes sense.
No, that works. That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm assuming that a Sugi tree, for hearing that, especially on Fangs, and is a big thing. That is an extremely rare and mythological being of nature akin to a great willow, or the Sugi trees
Yeah, I was going to
themselves.
ask if I could recall knowledge on that type of tree.
On a Sugi tree? Absolutely, you can. All right. Okay, so for everything that you know of Sugi trees, you know that they grow specifically in Tianzia, this continent. You know that they are a species of evergreen trees. You know that their leaves are needle-like with scaled seeds that are arranged in globular forms. You know, however, the big thing is Sugi trees can grow up to 230 feet tall and can have up to 13-foot wide trunks. They are not small trees by any means of the word.
Sequoias right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then my next question would be, before all this happened and we were surrounded by mist, is this a tree that Fang ever would have noticed at the monastery or near it?
You
Towering
may...
over it?
You never really did, no. You never, either you may have seen small bits of it. I mean, you haven't been able to go near the Tansugi Monastery since that Night of Blades, that everyone is kind of away and getting away from this place, right? This is not an area that should be around anymore. And a lot of people have not been there since that night. What you would know, however, Fang, is that the act, perhaps itself, is also just as important as what a Sugi tree is. They are, how do I say, the act of someone being turned into a tree or transforming into a tree is an extremely sacred thing in Jerusalem, right? There is thousands of considerations and metaphors that go into it to feed off the land, to be sustenance for the land. You don't know why Tansugi did this, but obviously the roots digging into Galerion, there's 1,000 different reasons this could have happened, but you know that all of them are divine or primal in nature. The act of a great hero turning into a tree is definitely a reason to build this monastery, and thus has an extremely powerful connotation to it. If you have any other questions about it, you can let me know.
Yeah, I'll think about it. The only thing Fang will really say is, man, one day I hope I can grow into a tree like that.
All right. Old Matsuki expresses a nod, and whenever you speak to him of this, I assume likely at his home, having some drinks, he says, "Oh, there is a time that I, as a boy, see it plain as day." You see him look up with his cataract eyes as though into the sky or somewhere that you can't see. "I've been in the monastery many times, helped to build it. There is a great tree that grows from the center. It's a square around it, and the tree is a sight to behold. It makes all of the sense to me now. Why it was held in such regard, why the whole monastery was built to support this tree, the Sugi trees around it. But that is all that I know. It is imperative that we investigate it. But I warn you, after that night of blades, you must tread carefully, adhere to our practices. That path to the monastery is to be respected. I hope that you can find what little information you need left to find your way there. Though I am woe to hear of its state at this point." You take a sip. Granny Ha, Jobin, would express to you a clinical desire that you pursue the knowledge since you are so close, and that if this is the reason that the curse exists, or at least where information for the curse to be, that it is imperative that you make your way up there as soon as possible. All right. After giving this information to these two figureheads, are you guys going to head to the Stormy Beetle and speak a bit after the first long night? Or are you guys wanting to move into downtime so you can continue your progress in Willowshore's food points, security, hope, and whatever may come to the week?
I'm ready for downtime.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm ready for downtime.
Very, very well. All right. Now then, I want each of you to tell me what you would like to do over the course of the week, as there will be many trials and tribulations of you doing so, as you're going to put in the work for Willowshore. I'm going to start at the top this time. Ross, I haven't heard from you. What do you got?
This week, I'll aid in the harvest.
8 harvest? Sounds good.
8 harvest this week.
I'll keep that in mind. Jobin, what would you be doing?
I'm going to aid townsfolk.
Okay. Zian.
What should I do, guys?
Whichever one.
Do you?
Yeah. We need both food and we need both security. So
Only if you don't want to do that, only 4 of us can do it. So if you want to earn income, you can.
that's probably the best.
I was
Or
gonna say
aid.
I kind of want to do a separate research project, but if I need aid or earn food, that's fine also.
I'm gonna be selfish this week. I'm gonna do earn income.
Sounds good. Where do you want to work? Or would you like to
He's
work
gonna
at the tea house?
He's gonna do what he was doing the last couple of weeks.
Oh.
Worked out pretty well. He's gonna park it in the mercantile district, and he will play his flute for money, like a panhandler that he is.
Perfect. All right. And I'm going to go over to you, Katai.
I would like to shore up defenses.
Oh, perfect. Are you reinforced buildings, or are you going to be doing the athletics one where you go around and help people?
Athletics.
Sounds good to me.
I got 1 skill.
And Fang, what's this secret research project?
Well, I think we should spend the 4 slots to do the town stuff. So Fang will aid the hunt.
Aid in the hunt. Sounds good. All right. Over the course of the week, as you do this, there are a few things that happen. For one, Ziyin, as you are peddling your wares / playing your songs for tip in downtown Willowshore, you are visited by an unlikely customer, young Meng Un. She stops by to listen for quite some time, and seems to make it a part of her morning journeys to do so. This is something that you would pick up, as you're quite the perceptive fellow. Over time, however, it does become clear to you that whenever she comes over, she begins to whittle something, to paint on something, as though she spends the time that she is on break, likely for taking lunch or going for a stroll on breaks, as she is the guild leader. She is beginning to craft something, and about, I would say, 2/3 through the week, she would approach you with a gift in a box.
Well, thank you. Good day. I don't normally have people bring me presents such as this.
She'd smile and nod and say, "Well, you've added an unlikely, pleasurable experience to my morning walks and midday walks. Though I will not pay you as others have for this, I can give you something from my own passions that I could not make into business."
Certainly. Should I open it here?
You're more than welcome to. But if you wish to wait, as you're busy.
He'll pop it open.
Okay. Inside, you can see a beautiful flute. It is a long piece that has multiple puncture points that are very precise. You can see that it is a bit longer, but it is one that you would find quite useful. There is more tunes to be played on it and perhaps more learning that needs to be done from you. It seems to be a more advanced pipe that comes from likely the Empire or a design that's not necessarily from Willowshore. It is black and white, clearly painted so. And I don't mean as though it is a white branch that has made up this wood. It has clearly been delicately painted white with black. You can see that there are symbols running along it, and you can tell that GMing put time into the artistry of this and made its design seem like a flowing structure. It has these long, snaking black stripes that run through it that come to heads. Each of them seem to be splitting into either a bird, a crow of some kind, a snake, a sun made out of completely black paint, and at the very end, out of the white, due to the design and the snaking of it, you can see that it makes out a moon on the bottom in a crescent shape.
Whoa. He is beet red and a little stunned, and will just kind of mumble out a thank you. This is amazing.
She will bow and give a smile, and she will simply walk off. She gives you a smirk like she has in her art, as though she knows that she has done well.
Wow. He will admire it for some time, because it looks like there was a lot of effort put into this. And he will follow up with her later.
Mm-hmm. You can tell from her smile and the way that she walks away that it was likely something that she has been doing over the course of the week on her time off, because it's her passion. Mixing woodworking, painting, and artistry. Nonetheless, it is an artisan's crafted musical instrument, so you do get a +1 from it.
All right.
Ross, you express something to Elizeth. Having brought yourself and your ally to the dinner at Lowen Law's for the family household's dinner, Elizeth seems a lot more comfortable to speak to you about goings-on within Willowshore and being able to go out and talk to people about ceremonies of Pharasma. Rather than letting people come to the cathedral, she seems open and willing to speak to you about potentially holding ceremonies outside of the cathedral, rather than just only inside, at the request of people of Willowshore. She does speak to you about what you have talked about with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she expresses that the weight on your soul is one that she is sure to you will be counterbalanced by her judgment.
So be it. I just need to continue on the path.
You have helped many, and I believe that Pharasma will see this. Pharasma has already shown her eye, and though you help others on their path to the boneyard, I believe that soon someone, something from Pharasma must be able to see this and will help us help you as well. Whether in life or in death, you will have guidance.
I pray when it comes that I will see it as guidance and not as a hindrance or an annoyance.
She smiled. Many people see death as a hindrance. I believe that it is perhaps her divine comedy, that her guidance is viewed as a problem. She gives you a comforting smile, but will leave you to it if you're willing to. Okay.
Yep, I think that's it for now.
She does talk to you about potentially holding a sermon to invite the Somni family in middle of Lamashon. Whether on the full moon of Samal. But she seems nervous about it and wants more time to take place.
That will be difficult, I think, overall. My father has closed a lot of his mind since the death of my mother. And Kantai, I believe she worries about her soul and her path beyond this one, but doesn't want to talk about it. At least not with me.
Your sister has already begun to push past, has begun to move on to flow through the great river. Your father, I fear, is still trapped, like a kelp trapped on a rock in a drifting river. Closure will come in time, and I hope soon, if you'll let me and allow me, that I may perform a ceremony on the river itself in Willowshore. Perhaps even sense your mother? Put her to rest? I am more than familiar with her spirit as it haunts you since I have met you.
I don't know if her spirit is there. I would hope it's been moved on, already been judged. Though there is an evil in that river. If you ever needed assistance with this ritual, I would be happy to be your second. To help cleanse that evil.
She would nod in thanks. Keep that in mind. But she will not push for outward ceremonies just yet in Willowshore, but plans to next month. Talk in the town of Willowshore over the course of the week is spread thin. Jobin, you know that Luan Law's Ziyang has been busy due to, after the first long night, there was some little bit of damages, some fun being done, lanterns that fell in weird places, you know the drill. But there is a law night, a study night that has been planned between the two of you. And yet, she seems to have grown more and more busy. Particularly from one case, some rumors. However, those rumors come to a head when each of you hear that Mama Bao has closed down her steam bun shop. 4 days into the week while you're each working. It's the talk of each of your haunts. You are trying to work or aid or speak, and maybe even you go there for breakfast.
I wonder, do you have an idea what happened? Why?
You speak to your allies on this one? I assume this is after a long day.
I guess if I'm, if I'm over by Xiang's, I probably would have asked her first if she knew.
Oh, sure.
And then,
she
then go talk to them, I guess.
Give me a diplomacy check. She will kind of look stressed and a bit worried as you say this.
All right, diplomacy. Hidden.
Yes, please. Okay, she gives you a warm smile. You know, you've helped with many people, and perhaps it's best I tell you this. There have been complaints brought to me over the course of the week, and I did not ask Mama Bao to shut down the shop, but she did under my guidance, or at the very least early. And she'll lean in close to you, Jobin. This morning, when everyone bit into their steam buns, they spat out clumps of hair in the filling.
Ooh. Oh no. Why?
I don't know.
What did Mama Bao say about that?
She hasn't spoken to me fully of it. She just assured me she's closing down the shop for now.
Okay.
I think it might be best for you to go talk to her. It wasn't a small amount,
Yeah.
Jobin.
Oof. No, it's okay. You don't have to tell me anymore.
She nods.
Okay. Wait till the others hear about this.
I assume after you've all finished your working days, and Jobin after you've finished hanging out with Ziyang, working on things and learning this information, whether the next morning or that night, do you gather your party?
Yeah, I mean, if at any point, I'm guessing we maybe meet up during the day at the tea house and then go there at night before having dinner and then head home, maybe. So we kind of just fill each other.
Sure, absolutely.
That sound good.
Each of you sit at the Storming Beetle. All either lounging, working. Each of you have heard the rumors of Mama Bao's being shut down or at the very least closing. But Jobin, as you come in, you can see each of your allies sprawled out, whether at the bar stools. Fang, you've got Yami, who's sitting beside you, kind of curled up on the table. And please, what would you like to speak about?
Hey, did you guys hear about Mama Bao's?
Bang gags.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Not
what-
going back there. Ugh.
My buns were not tasty this morning.
Oh, were you there, Katai?
Yeah, I love the buns.
Okay, Katai.
What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Katai, if you were there this morning, I want you to know that it was everyone that sat down at Mama Bao's, all across everyone at every table, and they all spat out when they bit into it. They kind of hung low. This huge, long pieces of black hair. Beautiful, black hair. Each of the fillings were laced with them, it would almost be.
Yeah, it was super gross, guys. It was tough.
Wait, was it the same color as her hair? Ugh, thing gags again.
Like, how is that even possible? Like, every single one of, like...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she would do that.
Wait, I don't think she would do it intentionally.
I mean, what? How else would they get in there?
Is she being forgetful? How old is Mama Bao?
Very old. I'd say 60s, 65, around there. If you wanted to roll me a medicine check quick, Katai.
And guys, it was like a lot of hair too. Like, I don't know how one person can have that much hair at once.
Wait, was
you
she
know?
bald?
How would no one realize there was that much hair inside of it when they make the buns?
Maybe they were forgetful. I don't know.
Katai, I'm going to warn you that you did necessarily roll pretty low if you wanted to hero point it, but
Oh,
if you're good,
I'm kind of afraid to. I'm a little afraid.
If you didn't want to know, then you don't need to know, and like you left immediately without investigating any of it or understanding it.
No,
you
that
just
sounds like a tie. I think she's.
Okay.
It's fair. Yeah.
Okay. When you bit into it, you had to reach down and kind of drag it out. You know that it was a really long strand that some people had to pull deep. So it.
Oh god,
It's
Right.
still,
this is the worst.
We need to talk to.
Trying to eat my burger, man. It sucks.
I should talk to Mom about maybe tomorrow.
Hey, we should go talk to her about it now.
Joe, but maybe we should send over Metzi to go and help her remind her how to make buns without hair in them.
I mean, we need to figure out what's. I mean, that's probably a good idea, but.
So I will say, some kind of event has happened in Willowshore, and over the course of the day, and I believe in your hearts, Willowshore's lost a hope point today.
No. Oh, Mama Bao.
It's okay. We got a good amount.
If you wish to
you
speak
said
to me
the really
again-
bad shit doesn't start happening until after we get below 0. Like,
all right.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe we should look into it.
Yeah,
See if
we
she's been forgetful or
We
maybe
should
if
go-
it was something
Go
else.
see her. We should just go see her. You know, this Mama Bao's steam buns are like a pillar of this community. Like
I'm
every
never
morning,
going back.
Every morning we go and get her steam buns. At least I do, and it's just like tragic. This is gonna rock the core of Willowshore if we don't get this.
No,
solved.
they're so good during the winter.
Yeah, especially during the winter.
Okay.
So we got to figure this out.
I assume you guys head there tonight?
Go for
No,
it.
wait.
ASAP.
Everybody, wait.
Okay.
Hear me out. I got an idea.
All right.
Okay. What if we just start selling our own steam buns? And
Fang, are you
That
implying
way-
that you had something to do with Mama Bao's downfall when you're
of
trying to
course
profit
not.
off it?
Fang,
No, I'm not-
Are you good
I'm
at
just-
cooking?
we have a chef.
Do we?
Yeah, shit snakes.
We have a guard.
Oh, we do have a chef. I keep forgetting his actual name.
It's
kinda bad.
Matzy.
Matsu.
Matsu.
Oh,
We have Matsu, but you know,
I'm just saying, like, I'm not new. I mean, I'm pretty new to the whole own a business thing. But this is an opportunity for us to capitalize off of
But-
someone else's misfortune.
but we need to like check on Mama Bao. What if she's the Oni?
What?
There's an Oni running around. Don't remember we had a little theory about there's an Oni in town pretending to be someone. What if she's the Oni?
No, she's not the Oni. She's an old lady.
Onis can be
Ooh,
old ladies.
Maybe she's ready to retire, and we could just, start selling steam buns at Storming Beetle.
Well, Fang, let's figure out what's going on first, and then once we figure out what's going on, then we can make a decision. There's no way we're gonna just instantly start selling meat buns here, steam buns here. We don't have the supplies. We don't. There's not a lot. There's a lot of work that has to go in with that. So before we do start any of that, let's see what's going on with Mama Bao.
Okay. Together, onto the
Maybe
heights.
we should go. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Maybe we should go spy on her and see if she's putting hair in the buns.
Well,
She's
we could
not
just
making
talk.
buns right now. You
Yeah,
gotta
she
go
closed
talk to
down.
her. Yeah, she
You
closed
just
down.
go talk to her.
Okay.
All right. One by one, you can make your way to downtown Willowshore. Mama Bao's shop is one that you guys have been to. It's a pillar of the community. You guys even done private conversations with Granny He and Old Matsuki. Used as a neutral place. And you can see that the place has been closed. There is a seal that is on the front. And it looks like one of the ones that is from the Peachwood Fulus. It seems like either someone has mockingly put one there or Mama Bao bought one. The windows are all covered, and the place seems deathly silent. It's unlike you've ever seen Mama Bao's. Do you approach?
Does Mama Bao live in
Yes.
her shop? Okay.
She does now because
Yeah, I guess I
continue.
No, I say you open, which should probably go up and knock.
Okay. Some time passes before you hear from the other side. Who is it?
How about it's Jobin in the Mistbreakers?
The door opens, and you see Nakemura Yuming, that is her full name, looking at you all, and she looks absolutely defeated. I didn't do it. We're closed.
It's okay. Yeah, just tell, we're here to help. Can you just tell us what happened?
Yes, come in, everyone. Come in. And she gestures everyone to come in, and she closes the door behind you all, as people, are on looking. Okay. One by one, you funnel into this place. You can see that there is only one table left as she's begun to clean them up. You can see that it's the table that likely she sat at or looked around at. Things have been turned up, down, looked around through here, and the whole place, besides the kitchen in the back, no longer looks like Mama Bao's steam bun shop. Nonetheless, she says, once the door is closed, It happened at the start of the week. I woke up and I walked into my room, my dining room, and there were clumps of hair dangling from the ceiling. Every morning, no matter how many times I'd clean them, pull them down, and it wasn't too bad, it was just hair. I thought it was a mischievous kami or children playing pranks on me, and today there was no hair in the roof. I thought it was done. And then you all took bites, and then they gagged, and then they pulled it from their mouths, and it was more and more and more. And it was so long, from their stomachs. And the buns were filled with them. They're in the back if you wish to see them.
Yes. might as well take a look at them, and if it is a kami, maybe we can appease it or drive it out.
Okay. She nods and gestures for you all to go to the back.
All right, I head back to the kitchen.
Guys, there might be a demon
Yeah.
or something. A hair demon.
And Jobin wants to go look at like the ceiling where the hair was supposed to be being hanging from.
Absolutely, you can see it from here. Give me a perception check.
All right.
Jobin, there is not much there. Just a strand, a clump of hair. Black as night, and long enough to go from someone's head to touch the ground and more. You can kind of even reach up and grab it from here. It's tucked into a corner. Do you do so?
He's not gonna touch it. What he's gonna do is, now that he's standing inside this room and he sees the hair there, he's just gonna go ahead and cast detect magic just to see if there's any feelings of magic around.
None.
Right. He'll look at the hair and try and remove it from the ceiling.
Okay. You pull it, kind of grabbing by a strand, and it comes down. The clump of it kind of falls onto the ground. It's large, and if someone bit into this or was putting it into buns, you would have seen it. It's long enough, as Mama Bao said, that if you swallowed this, there could still be a piece in your mouth after swallowing it. It is absolutely beautiful hair, though.
You tell what kind of hair it is, Jobin? Like, is it a human hair?
I'll take a look at it.
Give me a medicine check. Or society.
Okay.
Those of you that go to the
So-
back while you're rolling that, are you guys going into the kitchen?
Yes,
Yes.
that was my intent.
In the kitchen, Ross, it's clear to you. The mixing is all there. It's like she was making more during the time. And you can swiftly confirm that all of the buns prepared the evening before have this black hair mixed in with the fillings, twisting, churning, all the way through. And you can pull them from the mixing, from the buns. Katai, you can even find the bun that you had. It has a big bite in it, and you can see dangling from the inside of it, going down and over the side of the table, gently swaying, is this long strand of hair that you swallowed for a second.
Yeah.
Jobin, they're all the same length. And you can confirm, even through a glance back to the kitchen, that this is all from the same head. But you cannot identify anything other than it definitely is human hair.
Right. He called back and says, "I think it's human. I'm pretty sure it's human." And they all seem like they're from the same, I guess, person, but I'm not sure about anything else. Have you heard about anything like this in like folk tales or folklore or ghost stories or anything like that?
Okay. I'm gonna make a recall knowledge check. I don't know if I had the proper lore for this. What recall knowledge would it be for like folk tales and stuff?
You can give me a society check or Willowshore lore check.
Okay, I'll do that one. I'll make it hidden. I also have I'm gonna activate my seasonal boon. Because I didn't use it last season, and I might as well just use it. Because I'm gonna forget if I don't. I believe it increases the result of my check by 1 degree. But let me just like double check that in the Sorry, I should really put this on my sheet, and I just didn't.
Usually it's on. It should be if it's an action. It should be all your free actions at the bottom of your encounter tab.
Oh, maybe it is. Let me see. Aha! It is. Look at that. Oops.
Okay, you can use your once per season.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. There are many folk tales. It's tough to go around all of it, but you're pretty clear. You recall a story that involves hair, but it doesn't necessarily all fit. And I'm gonna give a clause here. Could you make me one medicine check? Because you're missing a key piece of information before I'd let you roll for this. And actually be able to grant a success.
Alright. I will use a hero point on it this time, if it's not good enough.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You learn a new piece of information, Katai.
Alrighty.
The hair. It's well maintained. Beautiful even. People have either the person who owned it is extremely well taken care of, or well take care of their hair, their scalp, even using medicines or medicinals, lathering conditioners and everything. It's more beautiful hair than you've probably ever seen. But you also notice something else. And I apologize, Fang is muted, but at the base of each of these hairs, they clump together. And you find, Katai, there's a small amount of scabbed flesh that ties them all together at the very base of it.
So someone was probably scalped.
The hair was plucked.
Plucked. Jeez. Okay.
At the root. Not cut by a blade. This, upon seeing the small amounts of flesh at the base of the hair, on each of these strands, some of them tied together from the dried meat, brings you back to a story. A story about a young woman in Willowshore. A corpse that was found near Gourd Lake. Every hair on her head was plucked from her. The woman was later identified as the local herbalist of Willowshore, who worked here with her own shop, named Hinode Akiri.
How long ago was this?
It's an old story, and you don't know how long ago this was.
Okay. So it wasn't like a recent thing. Okay.
No. Not at all. Not in this generation, even.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry, continue.
I was just going to say, you don't know much about her, other than that she was a herbalist, and was very beautiful, maintaining and using herbs to maintain beauty and caring for one's skin and body.
Do we know how her hair was plucked?
You don't. You just know that every hair on her head was plucked from her scalp.
I will reiterate this to the party. Let them know about the woman who was found at Court Lake. And we'll point out that there is pieces of skin on the end of the hair. It was plucked.
Mama Bao grows pale. And looks away, begins to curse under her breath in Xian.
I wonder if maybe if she has a ghost. Maybe. And she's haunting.
Yes, but why hunt? This
Jobin's gonna turn.
building?
Jobin's gonna turn to Mama Bao and be like, is there something? Do you know something about this related to the story?
I was just a girl. I was my grandfather. I don't think it's true, but it shouldn't be. My grandfather started this job, this building, this business. He came into a windfall of money. He used to build the steam shop. I was on his lap. I looked up at him. I asked, how? He told my parents that he made the money from selling an old collection of wigs to a puppet maker in Xi. But he never would tell me more. How to make puppets. Anything. I was just a little girl.
You still have some of these puppets that your grandfather made?
No. It was in Xi, and I never saw puppets anywhere.
You have anything from your grandfather? From your father here?
Nothing.
A memento?
Other than the shop. Everything in the shop. They were bought with that money.
And Joe was gonna like hesitate a moment and says, the puppets your father made, grandfather made, do they have any, do they use,
You don't
do they have
understand.
Did they have really nice hair?
We never saw the puppets. One day he went to Xi and he sold wigs to a puppet maker there. We never saw the puppets. He just sold them wigs. I had never even known he was collecting them.
Did you say
Wigs,
where
yeah.
he sold the wigs?
And Xi, to the puppet maker.
She?
That's the capital of the nation.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering if this grandfather might have made the wigs from
Authentic sources.
Yes.
I didn't think my grandfather would. He murdered someone? Such a horrible way.
Maybe,
No, we're
not
just.
There's no proof of
He
it.
did. Didn't he?
We don't know that.
either that or person who sold him the hair he used to make the webs was a murderer.
It could be in any other numerous things. This comic could be confused.
Do you think that we could possibly commune with their spirit if we went to Gourd Lake?
Anyone can roll me a exorcism check if you want, Ross.
Okay.
On Ross.
The actions are happening here, so I would think this is where we would confront it, not
All right. Ross, you're pretty sure as these words kind of come out of Mama Bao's mouth, as you hear her speak of the guilt that she's feeling, as you can see her eyes, you can see that Mama Bao's all but come to this realization with just this amount of information you've given of this story, of things that are happening here. And Ross, you're pretty sure, due to the evidence in here, what's happened, this spirit has been here for some time, but has, for some reason, started to haunt. You're pretty sure the spirit of this woman is here at this very moment, but likely only manifests in the deepest parts of night. Hence why Mama Bao only finds it in the morning. If you stayed here for the night, you are all but certain that you will see this spirit. You're also sure from the story that you've heard of Hinode Akiri's gruesome death, and from what Mama Bao has said of her grandfather selling wigs to a puppet maker in Shi, that if that is true, and wigs that could buy you a house and push you through the winter in Willowshore in one go, that would be more than a reason to haunt the business that was purchased with that blood money.
The spirit, it's attached to your business here. We could probably exercise it, though we would have to be here late tonight. It might be safer for you to maybe stay at the inn for an evening. I can pay for it, as I'm not sure how violent the spirit will be. It does hold some sort of grudge, it seems, upon your family.
I don't want to be here anymore. I can pay for it, but if you wish to pay for it, I'll take it.
Yes, that way you can sleep easy. We'll stay here, or I will at least, this evening, and see if we can drive out this spirit.
She nods. Mama Bao will take your coin, and Pale will leave, leaving you all as she has trusted you with her shop.
Once she leaves, I turn to the rest of them, and the spirit is... It very well may be the lady who was drowned, hair disattached upon her from the lake. I don't know how she will react to seeing us.
Well, can you, like, exercise her and ask her to leave?
I could attempt so, yes. Oh, there might be a way to have her peacefully move on. Not exactly sure yet.
Well, maybe it's one of those things where, well, unfinished business or something like that. I don't know
Probably.
what that would mean though for this in this case.
I think she probably wants the destruction of the business.
But I mean, if this happened so long ago, why is it happening now?
But it's connected to the spirit wall. With us being under attack by such, maybe that's made the land more susceptible to the hauntings and whatnot.
Is there anybody in town that's alive that's related to the herbalist that died?
I'm a bow that we just sent away.
It's related
Zian,
to her father, to her grandfather that
Grandfather.
made the wigs. Yeah.
Zian, you
Yeah.
can make me a society check, or you could ask your party. I apologize. All right. Zian, you're pretty confident that you remember the story, or at least, like, heard about it from someone. Hinode was a young, beautiful woman who came from Shi with money, or at the very least with an idea for a business to start in Willowshore, and didn't get to stay long before she was brutally, horribly murdered. She was on her own, wanting to start a new life in Willowshore. And that is why a true resolution was never really found. There is also rumors that her body being found at Gourd Lake was because whoever her killer was had come across her on the road and then dumped her body in the river for it to drift to Gourd Lake, which has caused more suspicions and rumors about the river's malevolence over the years.
Ross, would there be any benefit in going to the lake and seeing if we could find the body?
The body was found, to be clear.
Oh, okay.
The body was found plucked. It's just, they know that it's rumored that she was dumped into the river and drifted down to Gourd Lake, was not killed there.
Where was she buried? Or, if not buried, burned? Opinion on her rights.
That information isn't something that you've learned with your checks.
Okay.
Well, I guess the only thing to really do is wait.
See if she shows up, and maybe Ross can just ask her politely to leave.
Does Jobin still have the hair?
But yeah, I wouldn't. I would. It would be. I probably would have left it where I found it.
That might be a way to maybe have her move on. I'm not sure, though.
Again, I feel like we won't know what she wants unless we speak to her. If she's willing to speak.
Okay.
Okay, but so far from what we know for sure at least, is that she was a herbalist, took really good care of her hair, died at some point, was tossed in the river, and then at some point her hair was ripped from her head.
Mm-hmm. Either before or after death, and then it was made into a wig, possibly, which was then sold to a puppet master, and that money went to making the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And we think because of the amount of ghosts and spirits around Willowshore that maybe it disturbed the spirit and gave them the ability to haunt.
Manifest.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Joan's gonna begin to cast a spell.
we could always, I guess, try to take the hair and take it to a garden, maybe?
Maybe we should just stay the night here first and see what happens.
Okay. Pocket Library's been cast. Would you like to use it on something?
Not yet. He's just having it just in case.
Oh,
There
that's
might be a
good.
moment where she says something, and then Joan's like, "Wait a second," pushes up glasses, and then pulls out book.
Okay. And thus, you wait. In the unnerving Mama Bow's, the front of the shop that has been mostly cleared out at this point. I know the map looks small, but it is 20 foot by 15, which is pretty big for a shop. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And so you wait, and you wait. Do you each speak of anything before night begins to pass?
Yeah, I feel like Joe can probably just talk about his week.
Yeah, how was your week, Jobin? How was it?
So far, okay. Besides the where we're at right now, but I spent some time with he turns to Cian and says Siang, and then she was the one who actually told me about this. We were discussing some stuff of how to help the city, help the town.
Oh. Is she teaching you about law too? That's what she does, right? She knows law.
Now that we're also a business owners, it's good to like kind of know what the legal ramifications are of running a business, especially one that sells food.
What? Oh, probably nothing about, hair and the food, I imagine. That's probably one.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight does come to pass. Nothing has happened yet.
Jobin, I just thought of this.
Mm-hmm.
She might not come if we have the lights on.
Oh,
I need you to extinguish it.
You're gonna sit in the dark?
Yes. Don't worry, me and Katai will keep an eye out.
Want to put the fire out too?
Yes, I don't want her to have the opportunity to burn the whole shop down.
Okay.
We
All
must
right.
be welcoming to her.
In the dark, with nothing to see, nothing happens just yet. You can see through the windows faint, pale light that comes down from the moon, the cloudy fall days of Willowshore. And the quiet continue.
Did anyone else do anything fun over the weekend? We're just sitting in the dark, so I figured we just catch up.
Oh, what did you do, Katai?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Jobin. Oh, I didn't do anything. I kind of hung out. I stood by the lantern a lot. It's kind of what I do.
Okay, well, good.
Silence.
And we sit in the dark.
You guys can see, I think. That's
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
no, I can't.
Oh, yeah, Rods and I can see.
Yeah, two of us can. Hopefully it's enough.
Bang. Down your spine, a cold chill runs. Your fur begins to stand on head. You stand in front of the door, and a
Things
pale
kind of like.
blue light will begin to glow behind you. But continue.
Do you guys see this light?
Floating.
What light? Oh!
Floating through the door and into the room is a ghost, a spirit of some kind, quietly, silently, eyes covered by hair that writhes around her. It moves up in beautiful patterns, and as she floats through the air towards and will go through you, Fang, do you move out of the way from her?
Of course not. It's not real.
Okay.
Not real.
The woman flows through as she begins to arc into the air, and as she quietly floats into this room, she will begin to pluck hair from her head and let it go. It begins to slither out like snakes into the rafters, to drape up there, to crawl into wooden beams.
Ross calls out, Spirit, you do not need to pluck your own hair out.
As you speak,
Jobin whispers and says, remember the 8 practices, don't call a ghost a ghost.
as you speak to it
Too late.
and call it a spirit,
No!
it suddenly whips its head towards you in an awkward angle, eyes revealing empty sockets, and lets out an otherworldly screech, and will roll initiative.
Ross, there's like 8
She's
rules.
violent!
Ross, there's like 8 rules.
8 practices. 8.
Yeah, I got where I'm at because I don't follow one of them.
God damn it.
We're doing perception.
Hope we all can
Yes.
punch ghosts. I hope we're all good for that.
I don't know if that's the solution. We'll see.
Listen, I'm gonna punch a ghost.
That's a cool token, though.
I like how her art is like sideways. She's like T-posing.
Like she's
Tilted.
actually floating like that. Like
It's kind of funny.
Okay. As a reaction to you speaking to her in such a manner, she will immediately use her cyclone of hair.
Oh god.
Alright, I'm gonna need a reflex save from everyone in the shop. As everything around her begins to whip into the air, writhing hair begins to snake around each of you to grasp around your necks, waists, body, everything. Ross, you rolled a private, but I can take that.
Yeah, sorry about that. I still had it on from earlier.
Okay.
You can move it out, that's fine.
my goodness, Mushi.
Is this a damaging effect?
No.
Okay, that'd be fine. Okay, cool.
Alright, everyone who failed, which is Ziyin, Katai, and Jobin, are all immobilized. There are no critical failures, so no restraints, which is good. As each of you are bound within the hair, it wraps around you, hold you steel plasters used to the walls, and begins to drag you across it. Fang, Mushi, and Ross, you're all able to dodge to the side or get out of the way before you are grasped by the writhing hair. We will then begin initiative. Fang, what do you do?
Yeah, Fang don't fuck around with this shit. You see the room begin to light up. 3 motes of flame are going to start swirling his head. And, all at once, they're all gonna shoot out at the creature.
Sounds good.
Yes, blazing bolts. Oh no.
Each one of the beams runs through and around. They all pass right through the incorporeal spirit. Even though you know that you have shot directly into this woman's chest, they slap into each of the sides of the Mama Bao shop, sending holes through them, leaving small trails of cindering wood where they smack. And she
Fang
continues to
says, must be illusion magic. And that's his turn.
Like it's a ghost.
Jobin.
Right, Jobin is going to say, "Oh no, okay, hair," and then he's gonna activate his pocket library and first things first, do a recall knowledge on this ghost. Recall knowledge.
From stories that you know.
Oops, I had Mushi selected. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Here, I'll press it again.
I can see what roll he made.
Okay.
But
So,
it doesn't add your bonuses, but I know your bonuses are very high, right?
For Jobin, he has like it depends on what it is. So
Roll it again with Jobin, and I can see it.
all right.
Okay. You are able to gather that this is 100% Hinode, I apologize. Hinode Akiri, that's her garb, that's traditional Shi attire. That is supernaturally long hair. It seems in this haunted form. It is clearly a agitated spirit that is lashing out at the business and the granddaughter of her killer. You get the very strong feeling as you look at her and the way that she is acting, the screams, the cyclone. You can hear that her scream was one more of pain, as though she has been hurt by you speaking to her, or a realization that's hit her. You also get the feeling that she is now extremely angry and is going to kill people around her at any given time. You would know that calming her down, as she was a peaceful person in life, is an option to have her leave or end this haunting. Or you can attempt a prayer to have her abandon the haunting. If you also know invoking her name, not calling her a spirit, will give you bonuses to such a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you repeat her name again? Just so I get it, make sure I get it right.
Hinode Akiri.
Hinode Akiri, can you put it in chat?
Absolutely. Hinode Akiri is her name, and you would know that if you speak to her with understanding of what's happened, as you feel as though she has not gotten closure for what has happened to her, that is how you could benefit from having her leave.
Alright, so that was his first action. Second action will be, he'll call out, Hinode, it's okay, we don't want to hurt you. Please, let us speak. And then he'll, I guess, attempt.
You may attempt a
So would I be
diplomacy
able to-
check
Alright.
with a +2 circumstance bonus.
Oh, I didn't put the +2 in there.
Okay. Are you wanting to hear a point of view roll up?
Yes.
Go for it.
Alright. Roll with your point.
Okay, as you begin to speak, you begin to say these words, and you would watch as the hair suddenly flickers, and though her hair does not move as though it is in underwater, you would watch as her head does snap towards you as you speak her name. Before you can tell her whether you wish to speak to her or calm her down or not, you would watch as you are covered and your mouth is gagged by hair, like a band going across it, and you are beginning to be strangled at the neck. She doesn't let you speak.
All right. If he's still able to, he's not silenced or anything like that, he will after that spend the last action casting shield.
Okay, you'll do your best to mumble out what you can, and you will cast out an arcane shield. Sounds good.
Right.
Ross. Apologies.
Mushi, I have him. He has independent, so he gets one free action.
Oh,
at the end of
cool.
a turn.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have him just fly. How tall is this room?
I would assume 10 feet.
All right. He's gonna fly up to the ceiling
Works for me.
as his one action. All right.
Ross, what do you do?
First action, recon knowledge, mostly to figure out the best way to force this spirit away.
Okay. You get the very strong feeling that performing an exorcism / a prayer of rest will force her away, will lay her down. If you use her name and invoke her story and the understanding of what's happened to her, you'll get a bonus to it. And you would even know that doing this prayer of rest is more potent or easier to do than it would be to try to speak to the spirit and tell it to calm down.
Okay.
It is a religion check. Or exorcism check.
Okay. I will launch into a prayer then, saying that this place, they know of the consequences of how it came to be, that your hunting is no longer needed. Pass on from this realm. Move on.
Give me an exorcism check or a religion check with a +2 circumstance. Okay. As you stare at her and you speak of this, in your words, you have laced them with interred magic. As you speak this prayer to her of Pharasma, there is an understanding as the hair begins to shrink, unraveling from her head. As it unravels and back towards her, that feeling that you had begun to get. For each of you that were immobilized, you begun to feel your hair being plucked from your skull. But instead, it will retract, and it will shorten to a beautiful knee-length hair. She will clasp her hands together and look at you. Her eyes will appear for but a second, small motes in chasm-like eye sockets. And as you see her, and she sees you, She disappears. Releasing from the mortal Koya.
Oh, everyone okay?
that
Sylvan,
it?
you can bring the light now.
Good job dispelling that illusion.
An illusion. A thing that. Okay.
You won't come back, right? That was it?
No, she's been forced away to move on. Her hold upon this place has passed.
Then we're good, right? We're in the clear?
Yes, we are in the clear.
Cool.
I'm still gonna wait a week before I try any of her steam buns. Just to make sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is there still hair like hanging out around the place?
No. It's gone.
Looking at the bun that Katai ate, that still had hair hanging out in it. Does it look like the hair is still hanging out from that bun?
It's all gone.
I think we're good. And why would you be worried, Fang, if it's just an illusion? It's not like there's no hair inside there, right?
Well, I mean, I still suspect foul play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what better way to go into early retirement than a little sabotage, you know? Self-sabotage.
I don't think she wants to retire anytime soon.
All she can now.
We should tell her in the morning that we took care of the problem and she shouldn't have any more issues from now.
Okay. Zian, you alright over there?
Yup, you just like to hit all Zian's triggers, though. Fang, you remember that Zian lore I gave you last week?
I could check our chat. Oh, yeah. I remember it.
Secret
guys-
Fang assures you it's obviously just an illusion.
You guys can take care of this as Zian heads outside to get some fresh air.
Oh. He must be afraid of ghosts.
As he should be.
I'm not afraid of no ghost.
As you leave and walk
As
outside.
you stop calling them ghosts.
Ugh.
Beetle sits beside the house and building, unable to even get the chance to react, really, to what went on in there. And there is a piece that has come over this place that perhaps you didn't know was missing. It's almost as though a throttle on Mama Bow's has been released. Zian, for all that is worth, the moon still shines. And you take a breath in and out.
Should one of us go after him to make sure he's okay?
He'll be fine.
I
He
mean-
just needs to gather
Yeah,
himself.
Fang will let everyone know he just needs a minute. You know, he's Ian, he's fine.
I'll have a talk with Ross later.
Okay.
Any of you that underwent the immobilization can roll me an insight or sense motive check.
Yes.
What was that again?
A sense motive check. If you were hit by the immobilization.
Oh, okay. I was not. Of course I wasn't, because it's just
It's
an
not,
illusion.
it's not real. Yeah, it's not real.
Only because I find it very beautiful. I'll let you know, Zian and Jobin, that you both rolled critical successes right after the other. And Katai, yours wasn't far behind. You were hit by this ghost. You felt the feeling that was given to you. But there is no marks on your neck. There is no feelings around your stomach. The realization hits you that it wasn't attacking your bodies, it was attacking your minds. That feeling of the painful sensation of being your hair plucked out, being strangled. It hits you all too well in that moment. She wasn't doing it to you. She was only showing you and giving you the exact same feeling that she remembered. The only thing that she could remember. Of her being strangled and plucked. That's it.
There's a type of person that does that. And this is above the table. I have an idea who it might be, but I don't have the evidence for it yet.
Wait, would they be alive still, like 100 years later?
You know,
This wasn't 100 years ago.
Great grandfather, right? So 60 years ago?
Yeah, the grandfather is dead. It was.
Okay, well, that shoots that down then.
I apologize. I don't mean to shoot that down on you, but it felt very real to you in that moment. Perhaps you wonder who else in Willowshore is capable of such rings and why they would do it. Who else has done it? But Willowshore,
I mean,
for all that it is,
Yeah, if you think of you think of a murderer, I mean, we can go hunt down a murderer.
The only thing this is the
Above
second
it,
woman
yeah.
we've come across that has been killed. And
Well,
they
yeah, but
were-
the first one was Father Governor.
right. And this is what I don't have any evidence for any of this yet. That's all I'm saying. But
No worries.
this is the second one, and it's a foreigner that's come in from out of town, and they've been killed like not long after they've come in. And the type of murder is very telling of the type of person. That's all.
Mhm. Okay. Katai, you have an understanding of what this spirit was doing to you? That is simply showing your mind / hurting you in a way that she was hurt. But not to the extent that you know that it was literally what killed her. Or the last memories that she had and that she was trying to do to this place. But you know, all three of you, that she is gone. That she has been seen. That this place, this haunting is over. Do you each head back home to your various beds and rest off this haunt? Or is there anything else you guys want to talk about or do before then?
Are we kind of content to be okay with the reasoning she showed up being we're in like a ghost wall? Or do we think there was something else?
Of course, I mean, we're not going to know until. I mean, we live in the Specterwood, so it's not unheard of that, there being spirits here. But her activating now. Maybe maybe it's agitated by what has gone.
I just wonder, maybe it's something with the puppets. I don't know. Have we got an import of puppets lately from Shinzo?
I think so.
Just a thought. That was all. All right. Good night, everyone.
Okay. You head home. You rest. Tomorrow, the day after, I assume you break the news to Mama Bao. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll give her a lowdown.
Okay. To not linger on the details of the steam buns and everything, Mama Bao does burst into tears in realization of what her family has done, her grandfather did to get the shop, to survive that winter. Mama Bao promises and asks if any of you want to join her to find her resting place for her body, Hinodes, and to help atone and honor, one, her death, and to atone for the cruelty of her grandfather.
So you don't go.
I will also accompany.
Yeah. Jopin will go as well.
While the town of Willowshore is struck by the news and the rumors of a haunting that took place in the town, it does put the feelings of rest and the worries of Mama Bao's. You get 1 reputation point with Northridge for saving a business. You did not restore a hope point in Willowshore for defeating the haunt, but you did restore 1 hope point, or gained 1 hope point, for finding out why and taking action to understand it and to end it truly. As Mama Bao will go and seek out the grave, the cremation. That will bring you back up to 11 hope points, though it very well could have not done so, depending on how that went. And Willowshore feels all but gratified that you were there to stop it. All right. Hinode Akiri's grave can be found. It's almost markless and it seems untended to other than the vague cleanings that are done for it. But you're able to take the time, if you all wish, to spend time with it, to play it a song. And Mama Bao will visit it often and tend to it, out of some sense of hope that she can be forgiven, and her family can be forgiven. Who's ready to roll for downtime?
Woohoo!
All right. Let's jump into downtime here. We're going to do each of the rolls before we go on break. Sound good?
Sure.
All right. We're going to start from the top again. Ross, you want to give me your roll for aiding harvest, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Oh, excellent. 28. Very well done. Very, very well done. That is... Let me just make sure. On farming lore, that is a critical success. And again, not only is this week's harvest wildly successful, but supplemental foraging from the nearby wilds brought even more food. You guys will gain 2 food points. All right. Jobin, what you got?
Here's Willowshore lore check.
That is a Willowshore lore check, yeah. And this is for
aiding townsfolk.
Yes.
Um,
DC 19. 27 is a success. Your assistance helps remind the townsfolk of what not to do and what didn't work before everything had happened in the past. You are able to gain 1 security point for Willowshore to prevent any more attacks and to help rebuild infrastructure in better ways than what winter will take from you.
telling how we got attacked by that ghost when Ross called it a spirit. 8 practices.
All right. That will jump over to Ziyin. This is over the course of the week, so halfway through I'm pretty sure you get disturbed from the whole ordeal, but you don't let it shake you, hopefully. Smile.
That's all good. What level am I rolling for? 4 or 5?
5, but you will gain income as though it is level 6.
All right. That's par for the course.
The beginning of the week, I'm assuming, goes really well. But, halfway through, your spirits become lowered in some way. You will get 14 silver. Katai. Aiding the townsfolk.
Protection.
Athletics.
Yes. Athletics.
Once again, cleaning up trees and deadfalls. Preventing future problems.
I'm really good at it this week.
Perhaps seeing a spirit puts more pep in your step, huh?
Yeah, we beat a ghost up.
And you are able to really help bolster the town's spirits. And the citizens find your aid to be inspiring as it is helpful. You're able to get to 6 security points, evening out your food and security. Here at the end of the first month. Fang, you were aiding in harvest, were you not? Or hunting?
Hunting.
Sounds good.
Would terrain expertise forest come into play here?
It would.
Awesome.
25 is absolutely a success. You catch and secure a fair amount of game and fish, but the bounties of the area become scarce. No one else would have been able to do aid hunt, but you gain a food point. And we don't need to worry about that because nobody else is doing aid hunt. Bringing you almost to 8. Alright, at 6 security points and 8 food points for Willowshore, you're able to end off the first month of fall in very good fashion. You're halfway to the minimum needed for Willowshore to at least have a chance of surviving winter as it quickly approaches. Do not think I have forgotten about it, though. Research still needs to be done, does it not? And so tell me, how would each of you like to research the Willowshore curse? I'm going to start with you, Ross, if you wish to do so. Do you know what methods are still available?
Yes, we have 1 note, 1 with Jubei, and then 2 with Solo left.
By all means.
I guess I'll take a shot at the notes. That would be possible, maybe, with my original roll. So
You have to have the 2 languages to do the notes.
I'll use what we call it? I can cast translate. So
All right, awesome.
I can use a few of those. I guess I can use all 3 charges for that.
Yep,
Those
you would
are-
need to.
So I will.
Okay, you can roll me academia or solo investigation, is it not, or is this the notes?
This is the notes.
Religion or academia lore?
All right, here it comes.
14, that's where you're going to let it sit?
Yeah, what is it there?
Alright, that'll be a failure. Jobin, what about you?
He'll do another solo.
Alright, Sangpachi lore and occultism.
Throwing out an occultism.
Go for it. $27 is enough. You spend the week researching the nature of curses in general on your own, and either using your own collection of tomes within the Mother's Coil, and reference materials of libraries held by others in town. You're able to access one more research point. Now, I believe that chokes out all 3 of the ones from Solo. Does it not?
Yeah, that'll be the last one
Does
from
it?
Solo. Yep.
Okay. Open the
Which
sheet.
ones we have left then? It's the notes and the.
Notes. We have notes left. We have my sister. There's one more with my sister, and yeah, one more
That's it
note,
then.
one more with my sister. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. That brings you up to 9 research points, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Ziyin, would you like to do any research on the Willowshore curse?
I'm not sure he can, because he can't read the notes. And Jobin's sister's kind of mean looking. And
Wow.
she's a wizard.
Our-
And those are like 2 things that you shouldn't really mess with. So I don't think you would.
Okay. Katai.
What are the checks for hanging out with Job and sister?
Arcana and library lore.
Yikes. I can tackle the notes with a translate, just like Job and just like Ross did, if you allow that.
I will. It'll be DC 19 religion check unless you have academia for some ungodly reason.
Can I use my research activity to aid her as she tells me what it says, and I can use my knowledge of religion to roll an aid check?
Sure. Be a +2 for you, Katai.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't think I would have succeeded, so.
Then it won't
probably
be
not.
a plus. I apologize.
alrighty. Thank you, Fang. I appreciate it, though.
I tried.
22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. By all means. You're able to
Hey,
crack the rest of the notes about what the Minotauro discovered about the Wall of Ghosts. And together, you reach 10 research points. Reconvening, gathering your notes together. With the knowledge you've learned from Yuso Jin, from the Great Willow itself, from your solo investigations, and the notes of the Noporabo, you've done it. You understand that you've learned everything that you could possibly learn about this curse that lies within town. You know that all future information, any knowledge, any answers that you could seek, lie within the ruins of the Tansuki Monastery. And you unlock Jobin, after aligning it out, with Ross, with Katai, and even Fang, adding your own primal nature into it. A ritual. A ritual to open the Wall of Ghosts. It has revealed a possible method of opening a doorway through the eerie wall, found only at the west of town. This would only work on the west side that leads to the Tansuki Monastery. You must start with a consecrate ritual that applies Sangpachi theories of cyclical nature of life and reincarnation, as well as insights gleaned from Zudu's notes. This magical ritual will not wipe out the barrier, but it will quiet the spirits that haunt this misty barrier and allow creatures to pass through into the wall. This ritual, you know, is unlikely to grant you total protection from any of the evil spirits or even ghosts that are within the wall itself. You understand that once you open the wall, you will likely endure dangers before you can exit the other side of the wall itself. In addition, you learn that this ritual can only be performed during a crescent or new moon.
Oh,
New
okay.
moon. The casting time is 24 hours. You must be within 40 feet of the Wall of Ghosts. And once cast, it will last for 1 whole year.
Oh, shit. Okay. God, we missed the full moon. The full moon was yesterday.
No, it's a new moon, right?
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard a...
So the next one will be the 11th.
It's
Full moon.
crescent moon or full moon.
Oh, crescent or
it's full
full?
moon.
Oh, full. So the next one will be the 26th.
You are on a crescent moon tonight.
We're also on a crescent moon tonight too.
The,
we had a
Are
full
we
moon
ready to
last
go?
night.
I posture.
Oh
No.
my God.
You can either go tonight to start the ritual, or you will have to wait until next month.
I mean, we can
Seems like
start it.
something we discussed over the break.
I agree.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you this information that you have cracked the code, or cracked this ritual, and created your own ritual to do so. But we'll figure it out, and you can tell me if you wish to go for it tonight or in the coming weeks when we come back from
Yeah,
break.
What's the roll we have to make? Is it a religion roll? I'm guessing.
I'll take a look for you, don't worry. It's it's a ritual. Rituals are weird like that.
Yeah, they
Well,
have like,
rituals, normally multiple people can like help depending on
So
like
usually-
the skills allowed.
Yeah, usually it's a main skill, and then secondary casters have options on those skills. So a primary caster has a specific skill they have to roll, and the secondary casters have options of what they can roll, and those if they succeed, they get pluses on the main caster's roll.
yeah. I mean, from the sounds of it, it sounds like a
Religion.
Thai
Nature.
roll,
Yeah,
since it's
What? It's fog.
Zanpachu. What's Zanpachu?
yeah,
Ritual.
Senpachi. It's a Senpachi ritual.
Yeah, but it's also fog. I mean, come on now.
No, so what I'm saying is probably religion is probably the primary,
Yeah, religion's
Cast.
probably the primary.
Hey.
Haters
Primary.
gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
and then secondary you probably can roll nature.
Yeah, most of the rituals are either religion or arcana, because I looked it up. 'Cause
Wow.
I didn't know if I was going to take ritual archetype at 6 or not. And then I decided, nah, because you need like, expert in arcana and stuff for some of them. Like, I'm not going to put that
Oh.
many skill points.
I will say, opening the Wall of Ghost ritual casting requires rice grains and incense worth 60 gold. But Mother's Coil has offered to provide that for free. Whenever Jobin, you go through it.
Okay. Do we know what role is the ritual?
I can get you the full rules once everyone's here, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll talk to you in a second.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't do it,
We're taking a vote.
By all means, you guys have the Open the Wall of Ghosts ritual. You know that this will only work to create a path, a breakthrough to the Tensugi Monastery. It will not work on any other portion of the Wall of Ghosts. It will only work on the west side, where you guys saw the ritual site happening. You know that it will take the 4 casters, 3 secondary, 1 primary. The cost will be provided to you guys by Willowshore, specifically Mother's Coil. It'll take a data cast. It is a consecration and necromancy ritual. Ironic that the two of them are together. It will be occultism or religion from an expert or a Sangpachi trained. And then secondary checks are deception, diplomacy, and intimidation. You need to be within 40 feet, and if you succeed, it lasts for a year. All right. that all being said and done, you guys have learned this information. It's the end of the week. You're on the last, basically, night, I would say, that you have finished everything off. The day is 28th of Rova. It is a crescent moon, and is in the afternoon. What do you guys want to do? I assume you guys are at the Storming Beetle.
Yeah.
I'll stop the poll.
All
You guys
right.
saw it.
All right. There's the poll. Everyone, put your vote in the hat.
Aww.
Every time we want to do something, we take a poll. Remy's just over championing his own cause over there, I feel like.
No, I got one on my side. Let me try to sway one of you.
You
once
can't
more.
listen to the youngest.
Ugh, wow.
All right. Give me your
Does-
arguments
does-
for why we should do it now.
Does
I'll
Yami
listen.
get a vote?
You can't just not
The cat? No.
get a vote.
Alright.
Okay, alright. Fang realizes the tides are not going in his favor. He realizes he must do some lobbying.
Okay.
He pulls Katai aside. He's like,
Okay.
look, Katai, the longer we wait, the more time we give our enemies to strengthen. If we go now, hit them while we can, we're all fresh. This is our best chance at saving the town.
But what if we die? And then the
Well-
town dies because we weren't around to help with the harvest and protection.
But if we die, the town is fucked anyways.
Oh,
You know? Everything's riding on us. Are you scared?
yeah.
Oh, okay, well let me tell you, you don't need to be scared. Because I'll prepare a heal spell for you.
Oh. Thanks. Is that all the arguments you had?
Yeah, we gotta go save the town.
Okay. We could save the town in 2 weeks.
Oh man. How much would it cost?
How much do you have on you?
Are you for sale, Katai?
Maybe.
I'll give you this really cool thunderstone, and you can throw it and pretend you're me. Goes boom.
Ooh, that's fun.
I guess another thing too is that we could use this time now that we have 106 gold. So if we know we're about to go get into something, we can spend that money on stuff that we can use on our way there.
My main concern is if we go out and try to do this now, we eat shit and die over there. The town doesn't have the proper resources.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
at 11.
if we go and eat shit and die, the town's just gonna our enemy's just gonna come through and kill everybody anyways.
No, that's why we're preparing the town so they can stand without us
Yeah.
while we're off doing the thing.
We
We're building up
strength.
security, building
Oh
up the food.
no. We are the Mistbreakers. Okay.
and that's why we'll break the mist once Willowshore is secure.
Job and me and Katai are having a private conversation.
Yeah, you're sitting in our you're right. You're sitting right over there. I'm standing right over here. What are you talking about? I can hear you guys.
You gave me a funny rock.
Is this enough to sway your vote?
I mean, what else you got on you?
Look,
God,
I want you to think
Don't-
about me for a
don't fall
moment.
for it.
Okay. I want you
Okay.
to
Fall
think
for it,
about
Katai.
me.
I'm
Katai,
thinking-
come over here. Katai, come over here.
Okay.
Today I prepared Mushi with speech, and he's gonna go over there and be telling you not to do this.
I feel like I'm
No.
being given mixed signals.
Look, do you remember when you got that really dope ear piercing and no
Uh-huh.
one noticed it but me, and I told you how much I liked it?
Oh, that was really nice of you. Yeah.
I said
I
it
did
was
that.
too.
I did that because I respect you, and I wanted you to know that I thought it was cool, and now I'm just asking for you to respect me and do this with me.
Okay. I mean, I guess because you're asking nicely. That's a pretty good reason.
Fine.
Oh, hey,
Let me just
we
say one.
jumping.
Let me just say one thing before we do that.
Sure. What's up?
So, the last time the sound wasn't prepared and we went away, that's when the lantern went out.
Oh,
Kitai, okay. Remember when we were back at the lumber camp and
Okay.
I said we needed to go save the kid and no one believed me that we needed to do it and they all wanted to stay there, but then we ended up doing it and it was the right thing to do. Do you remember that?
I do. That's probably the best argument you've had so far. Hmm.
Bang, do you want me to help you out?
Yeah, sure.
Fang, you rolled a critical success in the Sugi tree. You remember that it is every day that these rituals were supposed to be performed. But for every day that's going on, that's a day that those monks' rituals are, that's not happening. So that's also something that you know of, that every day matters in some way, shape, or form for this tree in the monastery.
I explained this to you, Katai. And I also say I see storms in that behind that wall. And those storms are brewing. And if we don't get a grasp on it as soon as possible, who knows what kind of havoc will be unleashed on Willowshore.
Okay. I need to go ask someone real quick though.
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 sec, I'll be right back, okay? Hey Ross.
Ooh.
Katai?
I think Fang is trying to lobby me to change my vote to go now to the wall.
I've been seeing him around.
Yeah, he gave me this cool rock. This is me giving you the chance to lobby me back to your side. I am easily convinced by peer pressure, so...
Well, if you know so, then you should stay away from those bad influences.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm coming to you.
Well, I wouldn't want to open the town up to a danger that the town itself may not be ready for. Just got over the Nobobos. We don't need to be opening another passageway for something darker. You all felt those effects, those spirits in that wall. If they were able to get past the wall, I shudder at the thought of what they could do.
So you think we shouldn't do it because something might get through?
Yes, we open up to Willowshore to unknown threats. Especially if we think their boss, or that entity with the large claws coming from the monastery, we wouldn't want it, well, to open the door for it.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense, too. Okay. I think I made a choice. I think Raj is right. We probably shouldn't do it. We should probably just...
Whoa. Katai. Come here.
Okay.
No, Katai, great idea, Katai. Great idea. Well, let's do it. The vote has passed. Let's go ahead and get prepared for this.
The vote is not tabled yet.
I'm looking at the hat right now, and there are 5 votes inside this hat.
You would need a successful table vote to succeed before we table this. Katai. You're gonna listen to your brother?
Whoa. I mean,
you listen to this guy?
That's some good poisoning the well right there. Dang.
Okay, well, I mean, I just feel like it keeps Willowshore safer in the long run, you know?
Heed my words, Katai.
Fang, I'm
If
sorry.
you don't act now, more will be lost than you could possibly imagine.
Okay. Makes me a little afraid. I won't lie to you.
That fear is why we
Better
should
not,
prepare
better
the
not to
town
be a
for
samurai
anything.
that sits on their sword.
Oh, he called me a samurai.
A samurai who rushes into battle unprepared.
Samurais are always prepared.
Why am I the one that's just like the middle of this? Okay, I don't know. I think we should wait the 2 weeks. It's only 2 weeks, Fang. Well,
It's only 2 weeks.
It's only 2 weeks.
All right, look, tabling, we're good. It's decided.
Bang storms off.
I get that
Sorry.
reference.
I go back to washing the dishes.
All right, now that we know this is happening, we need to get prepared. We need money. We need to talk to Elizeth, and we need to get the town in good shape before we go. We have a little bit less than 2 weeks, actually.
Okay.
In the meantime, though, I'm gonna take those 2 weeks to just retrain, out of expert athletics into expert religion.
Works for
You're
me.
the best one at securing the town.
What?
Yeah,
No.
athletics. Your athletics is the best
Oh,
at securing the town.
shit. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. I won't then.
Well, yeah. The
Stop
first
that.
week I'll go and speak with Eliza and see what her thoughts are.
All right. That works for me. You are able to, in that first week, do so, but first I'm going to have us go through and designate downtime stuff. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Here, real quick.
Yeah, the crescent
I
moon
need a-
goes away.
I need a perception check from Katai.
Why are you like this? Okay.
Damn, you notice Fang tries to steal the stone back.
Oh, she just gives it back to you, homie.
He takes it back. He says nothing.
She sees you to steal it. She goes, "Oh, here you go."
All right. Now,
Where is this? Here it is.
let's designate some downtime activities. What do you got, Ross? I'm trying to make this as quick as possible for you guys. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm checking my athletics. If that's...
I can do the athletic stuff.
Yeah, I guess I'll continue with the harvest.
Sounds good to me.
One thing, Katai. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to ask you, Jobin, what you were going to do for the week, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna. Let me see. I might do crafting this time, which is the reinforced buildings.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what about you, Zian?
Probably aid the townsfolk, because I think that needs the most so far.
Sounds good. Good time.
I think only 4 of us can do those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was Fang gonna do the... Yeah, it was gonna be retrain from expert athletics to expert. It would be 1 week. So if I do it for 1 week, I have to
You
get
do
there.
the week before we go.
Yeah. Zian is good enough athletics. Like, I think he's just like 1 less than I am, maybe 2. So the first week I'll aid the townsfolk with athletics, and then next week I will take the time to retrain from athletics to religion.
Sounds good. I warn you
Does
though.
that make sense?
It does, but the new moon will happen before the second week's downtime finishes.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
So I need to do it now then. Okay. I mean, I'm up to do that.
Unless,
I'm totally
unless
fine with
Elizabeth
that.
is the caster.
Unless
you won't-
Elizabeth caster.
So yeah,
I think we need another vote for that. I don't really want to bring her. I think it's too dangerous for her. She is too valuable, I think, to the town to put in that risk in case anything does happen. And I don't personally mind just retraining later. Like it's not a big deal. It's only a cost gold or anything.
One person
I mean,
also
yeah,
won't be able to do normal downtime.
as a trained athletics too. That's not, you're just losing 2. Plus 2 on it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not the end of the world for me.
Okay.
So I will spend this week then retraining. So
Katai,
we can have it.
what is retraining to that to you? Are you...
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Katai, instead of doing her morning rituals of going out with her katana and practicing her swords play by the bridge, she takes her time and she spends her mornings instead with her father, kind of learning more about Pachi and maybe some of the more intricacies of the philosophy itself. Just getting a better understanding and knowledge of religion as a whole.
Your father refuses to speak to you for more than a sentence or two, but
Okay.
would provide you the books, or at least
fine,
show
like-
you where to learn. You get the feeling that your father is looking upon you with disdain.
What did I do?
You hung out with the Pharasma priestess.
Yeah. Man. Yep, I will take the books at least, and I will study. I definitely doesn't understand what she did wrong though. And she's too afraid to ask. So she just kinda just studies by herself and is sad.
Sounds good. All right. And thus, as you move forward, apologize, not Remy, Fang, what would you like to do?
I guess I will just aid the hunt.
Aid in the hunt?
Yep.
Duly noted. All right. Before that all comes to pass, I will have something happen. Well, I should say something will happen while that's all coming to pass. Ross, you head to Elizeth, yes?
Yes, I head over there during the week.
Okay. Now, your party has decided not to use Elizeth for the ritual, correct?
Yes, since if Katai has a religion expert, no.
I just feel like it's too dangerous to bring her. She's not a PC.
And also, just in case there's a bad roll, we have a hero point to.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds good. As you go to speak to her, she seems oddly closed off, unusual, as though there is no one within the cathedral of her fluvial Lady of Souls. And as you come to approach her to speak about the situation, to speak about how you've learned how to get through, that it is time, that soon it will happen, that you've made progress, she looks at you and says, "Do you mind if we speak for a moment alone? Please?"
Oh, certainly, if there's something on your mind.
There is something wrong.
Wrong? In what way? Has attendance been down?
No, not that. An elderly villager
died from the flu last night. Normal passing. It's a sickness, of course, but she was old. But there's an issue. I performed the rites, but the corpse is missing.
The body is missing.
Yes, it's that later that same evening. It's gone. I think I misplaced it or something. It's as if it walked away on its own.
Sure, something didn't come and drag it off?
I'm sure there's nothing here.
I didn't know, maybe like a bear got too curious or something.
She was within my temple. I believe if anyone could do this, it's maybe Yu Sojin. She minds the graveside manners. Maybe she animated it. An alchemical concoction? I don't have any proof, but something's happened.
Does Yu Sojin have something against you? I don't know why they would take a corpse.
I don't know. But if you can find the body, learn where it went, or anything like that, of course I'll offer whatever help I can from the temple.
Certainly, I'll have a look around, see if I can figure out what happened to it.
Thank you. I've closed down the Lady of Souls. I'm going to be out in the graveyard. You know where to look in the resting areas. And Elizeth will leave, and you can either gather your party, or you can spend some time here first on your own.
I think I'd spend time here first before I'd probably go looking for Cian after that.
Give me a perception check. Yeah. 10 minutes passes, and you find the prints from the slab of which the mortuary rites are being done. There's footprints. Like footprints of the corpse. And they're shambling. They shamble leading north, and they leave the cathedral, and they continue north. You have the prints, you have the tracks. You need only track it from here.
Ooh, Alright, I guess I make note of where the tracks are. That way maybe I could not forget it when I come back. And I'll go looking for Cian.
Okay, as you move through the town, you hear someone's family asking Elizeth where a body is. Something's happened, and people are beginning to speak of it. Hope points will drop by 1 when this event has occurred and rumors have begun to spread of a missing body. There's also whispers of a zombie that walked through town, a reanimated corpse that walked around in the middle of the night, a dead woman. Alright, you were easily able to find the rest of the Mistbreakers.
I think I wouldn't actually try to get everyone.
Okay.
And just Cian as this is kind of close to home, and would rather not have Katai run about it.
Okay. Zine, you will be found.
Cian,
Yeah.
there was an incident at the Lady of Souls. Bodies went missing. Eliza thinks someone maybe have animated it.
I see. Did you look at the grave?
I saw where they did the rites, and there's tracks leaving it. I very well may have came back, but that shouldn't be possible once the rights are already written. Unless, indeed, it was animated, but...
Strange times are around us, friend. I'm not putting anything out of mind.
Would you help me find it?
Of course.
All right. Heading back, could you give me a survival check once you are pointed to where the tracks are? See, and it's tough. The tracks lead in very odd angles, thanks to it clearly being shambling. It is a shambling set of tracks, and they do head north, but you never find where they go, not in your first bit. You'll need help. These are tough tracks to follow amidst a town.
There's only one person that can track better than ZN. Raz? I think you need
No, don't say it.
I think you're gonna need to get Fang.
Wise have said maybe she thought it was Sojin possibly did this. Maybe we just go talk to them instead.
It looks at you like it's Fang, man.
Fang is very eager.
What's wrong?
Or they might make it worse.
How?
Plus, he doesn't believe in possessions and whatnot. I don't know how he would react if I tell him a body went missing.
Tell him we're tracking somebody and the tracks are very odd and see if he can make anything of it. You don't have to tell him exactly what it is. He's got two eyes.
You're right.
He can see it for himself.
All right, let's go run him down then. So we go to your hut, and if you're there, I would explain. Someone went missing in town, and we need help finding them. An older lady who we think they may have forgotten where their house was, and has wandered off into the forest.
Fang's wagging his tail in curiosity. First off, it's a bungalow, not a hut.
Oh, a bungalow.
but-
I see.
But I'll be, I'll help you out. If next time when I need you to, you help me out.
This
Kind of a given, Fang. Like, we're all friends. We help each other.
as long as
You
it's
guys
you and
Fang's
not
been real distant
Beetle.
ever since the vote.
Uh,
What was that again?
If it's for you and not Beetle, I'm not like washing his shell or something for you.
Oh, I would never let you take away that pleasure from me. But I'll help you out. Come on, Beetle. Fang hops on Beetle's back and he asks you to lead the way.
I point in the direction. I look over to ZN with like eyes raised, like see.
He'll take these two to where he managed to find the last concrete set of tracks and then see if Fang can pick it up from there.
Absolutely. Fang can give me a track survival check.
terrain expertise for its work here?
No.
Okay.
It's inside the town.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if it was deep in the town or not,
Nah.
or in the forest.
So from the cathedral, her Fluvial Lady of Souls, it seems as though these. By the way, you're very aware that they are shambling. Like the foot tracks are like of a person who's either extremely drunk or very dead.
We told him that
They were injured.
odd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're odd.
Ben,
Old, you know.
Ben kind of like scrunches up his nose. He's sworn off drinking ever since the night of the festival, the long night.
You're able to track it from her Fluvial Lady of Souls to the south bank of the Saiba River, about 200 feet west of the Dawnstep Bridge, and the trail leads right into the water.
Well, this is where it goes. I'm pretty sure it's
Wait.
looks like she
Right
like she
into
went
the
for a
river?
swim.
I looked to the other side of the bank, hoping to see footprints.
Literally right here.
Yeah, I mean, looks like she went for a swim. I guess we could go ask your dad, see if he saw something. I mean, he lives it. Maybe Katai saw something. She's always standing right there.
No, we can't ask my father. He's
Well,
difficult.
if you don't want to ask him, I'll go ask him for you.
Oh, I just make a prayer for you.
Fing's gonna go knock on the door to the spring house.
Okay. Katai, do you think you're home?
Probably. I'm retraining.
Yeah,
so read a
you are.
book. Yeah.
You would hear
Crap.
as he. I assume it's you who answers rather than your father.
Yeah. I slide open the door. Oh, hey, Fang.
Fang, he kind of like squints his eyes at you, unhappy to find you.
I live here.
Is your dad home?
Why?
Oh, I was gonna ask him if he saw someone go swimming in the river behind your house. I guess
think
maybe
so.
you could have seen that. Did you see anyone go swimming in the river?
No, I don't think so.
Uh,
No.
I think it was an old lady, and I'm pretty sure she's drunk. Ugh.
Is someone drowning?
He sticks his tongue out.
Is someone in danger?
It was last
People
night.
go swimming. People go swimming, Katai. The tracks look like. Last I saw, they were from last night, so it would have been night swimming. You know, it's really important to Ross.
Someone
It's
missing?
important to me because if I find this lady, then he owes me one.
Oh, he owes you one?
Yeah, if I find the lady for him.
I mean, I didn't see anything. I don't really think you should
Is your-
talk to my dad, though. He's home,
We're-
but I mean,
We're Katai. This person is missing. We should do everything we can
you're right.
to find
Okay.
her.
All right. Well, good luck. He's in the main room. Good luck.
What should I call him? Pops,
You
Mr.
Just
Mr.
call him
Spring.
Mr. Shring.
Okay. I'll walk in.
The time makes a prayer for you as you walk past.
All right. As you walk into the home, you can
Is-
see that there is a small fire in the main room, and kneeling down in front of it with books and calligraphy is an old orc man. He stares into the fire or down to the parchment, and doesn't much change.
Is it morning or afternoon?
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir, Mr. Shring. I'm sorry to disturb you. I just have some questions regarding a missing person.
He begins to write something down. He does not answer you.
Bing waits patiently. And by patiently, I mean his patience lasts about a minute and a half.
Your patience wanes.
he'll kind of speak up. Excuse me, sir, Mr. Shrink, can you hear me? I'm looking for a missing person. I was wondering if you may have seen something about it.
It is bold of a creature to assume that it failed at working metals, and thus it wishes to stand in front of the wrath of nature.
Fang kind of like swallows deeply. So a lady was swimming in the river behind your house last night. Did you see anything about that?
A woman in the river. His neck turns and twists towards you, as though it has not done so in some time.
Tight gas from behind Fang.
Niang. My wife.
Oh, no.
Has she
No.
returned? Where is she?
Fang, maybe you should go.
No, I don't think it was your wife. It would have been... Shit, I forgot her name. Just some lady swimming recently, last night.
No one is foolish enough to swim in the Cyber River. Not in that cursed river.
So you didn't see anything?
He squints at you. You can't escape the smoke in your eyes. Why have you come here? To bother me? Why do you haunt me with my wife?
Fang, maybe you should go.
You got some problems, man. And Fang will just turn around and
Oh.
leave.
Yeah, alright, he doesn't stop you.
Bye, Fang. I close the door.
Yeah, Fang just leaves. He doesn't say goodbye. Fang returns to Ross and seeing Ross, your dad's kind of an asshole. But he didn't see
He's-
anything.
Hmm.
Well, at least he didn't say he saw anything. But yeah, I guess we could go ask the docs over here. So we're
Did-
looking
did
for a
Fang
lady
look
that
like-
went swimming.
Did Fang look like all the way down to like the riverbank, or
The
just, like-
water, the footsteps go right into the water.
Can you track things underwater, Fang?
Well, there wouldn't be any footsteps if she was swimming. What was this lady's
What
name?
if
It would help.
what if they were
it would help
walking
me
along the
if I
bottom?
Fang kind of laughs
what?
at you. People don't walk on the bottom of water. Oh wait, is
Yes,
this
we don't want
lady
Fang to
Emma?
get in the water either.
Ian looks at you and says, "People don't walk in the water." You're right. Like, do you get where this is going?
What's on the
Wait,
other
wait,
side?
wait
What's
a
on the
second.
You
other
go
side?
investigate the other side of the
wait
river.
A second. Wait a second.
Yeah. I leave before Fang can put two to two together.
This is my intelligence check.
I love it.
See it. People don't walk on the bottom of the riverbank.
You're right.
All right, they would need to have a lot of weights on them to do so. Let's check the other side of the bank.
Wait, what was this lady's name? You know, if when we ask around about like your dad, I would have helped if I could have said, "Did you see, X go for a swim?"
Okay, Fang, before we start a hysteric panic in the village, somebody got up from the Church of Pharasma and walked over here. That person that got
Wait,
up.
so you're saying that
was
lady
not
was
alive.
drinking at church?
She was not alive.
That's impossible.
Exactly. But we still have to find them.
Do you trek across the dawn step while talking about this?
Okay. So you're saying a dead lady got up, had something to drink, and walked into the river.
That's what it appears to be, yes.
Eliza thought it was magically compelled.
Oh, well, that would make sense. Clearly a wizard is at work here.
Yes.
Have you asked Jobin yet?
No.
I don't even know where Jobin is.
Eliza thought it maybe was Sojibin. I'm not exactly sure why, though.
Do I know who that is?
Who?
Wasn't it-
Sojibin?
Yeah,
Is that what you
Sojibin.
said?
That's
Is that
that's the
who-
elf, and that's the elf who runs the Graveside Manors that you know well thing.
Oh yeah.
She would never do this.
She would do that. We can go ask her. I can go talk to her. She's a family friend.
Well, if you don't think it seems
But there's no
out of
way.
character
Why-
for them, but we are talking about a.
Listen. Okay, so let's look at the two parties at play here. Elizeth, outsider weirdo,
Hey now.
reputable member of Willowshore, has been here for hundreds of years.
See, Ed, you see why I didn't want to include Fang.
Why are we walking across the bridge?
Wait, so we're assuming the footprints are gonna be on the other side?
I'm like,
Yeah,
why are we,
I'm
why
hoping
are,
so.
why are we going here? The bridge is right here. Why would it walk across the river?
Do you
Well, she was drunk.
Maybe it's taking the shortest distance.
Ross, are you okay?
No, I'm not.
could roll me a survival check on the other side of the river as he had like, why are we here? It takes 10 minutes, but you can look around if you want.
Here, I'll even roll my +2 survival.
please.
I got this.
It's funny because Fang,
That
you're
is-
not looking. You don't care. Like this is
I
This
don't
is-
fucking believe it.
yeah. But weirdly enough, lo and behold, Ross and Zien, you both do a double take as you look near the north side of the bank, and there they are, shambling
Oh
muddy
my God,
prince,
what the fuck?
heading northwest.
Ah, look, they just continued. All right, well, nothing in the river got them.
The tracks continue to downtown Willowshore.
Let's find them before they cause a panic for being so wet.
Roll me
And dead.
another
Remember you
survival
said she
check
was dead.
to follow just tracks normally.
Yep. Can we all roll?
Yeah,
Now that
yeah.
I've seen the tracks that they pointed out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, not very invested.
Ross, you were able to guide and find them, and your thing is correct. It's taking the shortest path, and it walks right, with muddy footprints, straight to the Cerulean tea house, and around the back of it.
Well, it's called the Storming Beetle, but yeah.
Yep.
Wait.
Are you invested
It's
now? Frank?
at. Why is it at our tea house?
I'm very invested now. Fing is like, okay, we need to find this wizard.
I mean, Joven might be here.
Is Jobin inside the tea house?
That's a question for Jobin. I don't know if Jobin's here.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, probably.
Jobin, did you make a dead body come to the tea house?
No, I don't know that spell.
Is anyone in the tea house with you? Peeking inside the door.
Besides Yami, no, I don't think so. And we do have a few guests.
All right,
Jobin.
come around back.
Fang says this under hushed breath.
Mhm.
Did you see a dead lady walk up here that was drunk?
Did I see a dead lady
No.
walk around here? No, I haven't.
All right. Well,
But,
we're
I was
hunting down
pretty much inside the entire time. Why don't you ask Yami or something?
Fang will ask Yami.
What do you say to Yami?
Yami, there have been reports that a dead lady may have walked past the tea house last night. Did you happen to see anything about that?
Yami gets up and walks away.
That's what I thought.
Wait, is she leading you somewhere?
Is she leading me somewhere, or is she just noping out?
She's walking to the back of the cerulean tea house, like she's going to the back door.
Okay, I'll follow her.
Okay. You follow her to the back. You slide open the door, and she leads you to the backward shrubbery of the cerulean tea house. Yami prods and happily pounces, or bound in her step, walks to and fro to the shrubbery and sits here. And sits. Turns around and looks at you.
I'll start shuffling through the shrubbery.
Cool, you find this.
Oh my.
Is she
boy.
raking up our leaves?
You can see she is dancing left and right using the tool, the implement, happily.
What's going? Why is there a zombie here?
I told you
wink.
what happened.
They.
Fang will scratch Yami behind the ears and thank her.
Yummy purse.
Who is that?
Did I get a name? I can't remember.
You didn't ask for a name, but it's someone that you know in town. I mean, someone passed from the flu last night. It's kind of sad. I'm one of the older Somni family cousins, so probably full name YG Somni.
What do I know about YG Somni? In terms of, like,
Romulus Willowshore
she
Lord.
was in life. All right. Willowshore lore.
You would know that YG is a very, very old lady that has been around for a long time, respects traditions. And you would know that she tends to do morning walks and feeds the animals of Willowshore with the leftover money that she gets from the Somni family. You would know, perhaps maybe, that she often feeds the animals around here. And in particular, likely was one of the people that fed Yami.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess if she's kind of still in there, she probably was one of the people that fed Yami while the tea house was down.
Crypt question: did she ever feed Fang when he was in the fox forest?
Yes. Absolutely.
Fang is just like, this wizard is gonna pay.
I do a recall knowledge on the creature to determine if it's, I guess, undead or reanimated.
Go for it. You're pretty damn sure that this is a standard zombie. She has been brought back using a necromantic spell. And a pretty versatile one. This brings back the body, but not the soul.
I guess a step between Joven and Sied, and they were brought back with necromancy. It's not a wise of doing. Someone in town did this.
Well, do you think there might be like a? Well, we just dealt with like a spirit the other week. haunting a place, and now a zombie shows up here. I wonder if there's somebody in here who's, instigating the undead.
Yami is like looking between you two, kind of confused.
Yami, I think you should go back inside.
What? Yami almost like lets out a low hiss at you for saying that. And Yami would go up towards the zombie and stand in front of it and sit
grab
down.
her.
She will try to slip out of your hands. Go ahead and give me a attempt to grab. You can target her to go against something.
That's only athletics, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
I think it's against reflex, or is it against fortitude?
It should be reflex plus 10.
That will just barely succeed. You will grab onto her. She will let out a low growl as you hold on to her. And she's going to like churn and twitch and going to clearly look upset at you.
Yami, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm doing this for you.
Yami will look at you and in common say, "Put me down! Put me down!"
I'll
Wait a
put her
second.
down.
Did Yami just speak?
She's gonna
Cat
cast.
talks?
She's gonna cast daze on you.
I put her down already!
Oh, okay. You put her down. You feel a low.
Cast spells?
You put there's a thrum in your head as something begins to dome you. She says, "Stop! Stop it!" And she's gonna
Sorry,
jump
I'm
up
trying
towards
to help.
the zombie.
Oh no!
Stop it! She's mine.
She's your zombie?
Oh my god, did the
Wait.
cat cast fucking necromancy magic? What the
Oh
fuck?
no.
Well, Yami, why would you do this?
What do you mean? She dances real good in the moonlight.
Yeah, she does dance. She does dance good, but
See?
it's-
And she flicks the tail, and you'll watch as her tail becomes smoke. And you would see the zombie begin to dance left and right. Do a little jig. See?
What is happening?
Her family does not want her
Yeah.
dancing here.
Yami,
Hmm?
you're really great and powerful, but this is inappropriate.
What do you mean?
She needs to rest. It's her time to move on.
She fed me. She took care of me. I'm doing her a favor.
I don't think she would want this.
But
I don't think her family would want this.
I'm repaying her favor. She was nice to me. I'm being nice to her. I'll keep her hidden. I'll feed her. Don't worry. Please let
Okay,
me
but
keep
no one
it.
can find her.
What? No. Yami can't keep a member of the Sami family here.
She said she'll keep her hidden?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, what are we supposed to tell the family, who obviously is going to be missing a body to bury? She was at the Lady of Souls. We bury her dead, not burn them.
Yami, do you have an answer for that?
I can have her dance for the family.
No.
I don't think the family would want that. I don't think she would want that either.
Look, she moves like she's young again. Yeah, the zombie dances again.
So many questions. Why is the cat a necromancer? Why?
Jobin, if you wish to roll me a check against Yami, you can, like a recall knowledge.
Yeah. He was pacing back and forth, thinking he's gonna, use that time to cast a pocket library for this day, and he's gonna use it on
Why is-
Yami.
Can the cat be our main caster for the ritual? Are they an expert at religion?
Hey, if
recall.
you wouldn't put Seth in harm's way, I'm not putting Yami in harm's way.
Oh, wow. That
Add a +1.
Add a +1
to that.
Add a +1? Okay.
Yeah.
That is barely a success on the Arcana, and that's a good roll, too. Okay. You open up the page and your pocket library kind of like moves through at a very quick pace before suddenly it lands on an open page and you see what's ahead of you and you realize what you've got in front of you. It's not a cat. You have found yourself in the presence of a Bakken and Neko.
Oh my goodness.
What, can you put
what?
that in chat?
Bakken Neko.
Oh,
Bakken and Echo, yeah.
necromantic
Monster
cat? No,
Yes.
this
It's a
is
monster
not
cat.
good.
Monster
This
cat.
is not good.
Literally translate to monster cat or ghost cat.
Is this from Final Fantasy? I feel like I've heard this word before.
This is a real
It's
yokai.
It's a real yokai.
It's a real yokai. It's a real thing. What would you like to know about it?
You
You want a little bit of lore? I'll let you ask one question.
Lore.
Okay.
I'll go for the lore, and the question I guess would be their weakest save.
Whoa! Why do we need to know that?
If it's will save, then we can easily ask them to do stuff and like
Diplomacy our way out.
try and diplomacy our way out.
Okay. Bakken Nekos, Bakken Neko, if you go with the full translation. For one, are a creature that comes to an existence not on its own. They don't spontaneously appear. A Bakken Neko is something that comes into an existence when the life of a cat is extended by its normal, way past its normal lifespan, whether through incredible fortune, magic, or other means. Now, you don't know the owner of the Cerulean Tea House, that aloof person that had that full estate. You know that this was her cat. So you don't know Yami's origins. If Yami was already Bakken Neko, or something happened, through here, or anything of the like. But what you do know is that it can happen through any means of extending lifespan. With each passing year, the feline becomes more and more monstrous. They grow in size, they become more intelligent, they gain an affinity for magic. Eventually, they can walk upright on their legs, pursue hobbies, learn languages. And despite this expanded intellect, most Bakken Nekos prefer to enjoy the first decades of their ascension, continuing their lives as usual, but particularly oversized than normal cats. For some, they do that because they want to acquire knowledge of the world that they couldn't comprehend as cats. For others, it's just a desire to live out their lives with their current families before those people die, and they can move on with their lives, becoming more once their time as a cat has finished on. You would know that in their myths, Bakken Nekos enjoy dancing above all other pleasures and can't resist nodding their heads, tapping their paws, and swishing their tails in time to music. They often animate corpses simply to watch them dance. It's a pastime that often spells trouble for the nearby settlements, should the undead get free of the Bakken Neko's control. They're typically playful and mischievous in demeanor, and while they aren't inherently evil creatures, they're still feared for their ability to animate corpses and command fire. Villagers are often frightened to death by the sight of a flaming cat strolling alongside a corpse, and as you look towards the smoking tail of Yami, it comes to your realization that she is slowly becoming this creature. Especially whenever
Yami is not a pet.
While they are walking, most the descriptions of them in your book talk about a flaming black cat walking with a corpse beside it, dancing through a street. These creatures have caused some villages in Tianzia to vilify all cats in existence. The last thing I'll tell you is that they call their zombies nekomatas, and they see them as amusements, and their weakest save is will.
All right. Jobin, kind of like flooding his mind with this knowledge. He'll say to Yami, Yami, we should probably let her rest. She's very old and she's been helping out for a long time. It's probably time for her to rest. But with the tea house now back, maybe it might be nice if we set up a dance night where people can come and we can play music and people could dance. You can watch. How does that sound?
But I want to keep her because she's such a good dancer and she was so nice to me. I don't want to let her go.
Yeah, but I know, but she's also very old and she's been doing this for a very long time. So it's time for her to rest. That's why she was laying down back at the the Lady of Souls. It's time for her to rest.
Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check. If anyone else wants to add to this on Yami, then you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, can I aid? I was telling
I'll
her
aid.
about.
Yeah, you
or
know,
Russ can-
you know Yami as well. Learning this kind of information or realizing that Yami is more than a normal cat, you wonder how many times you've talked to her, and she was just talking in common to you rather than talking in beast speech.
Fang feels like an idiot because he was probably talking back in beast speech.
Right.
Yeah, I'll aid since I was, I'm principal.
Oh, I still have my. What was the recall the RP question dice? 'Cause I still have it.
Deform.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna use this on this.
Oh, I'll re-roll that.
Cool.
Right. Here it is.
That'll either be a +1 or +2 depending on the DC date.
Is that considered +1 or +2?
I believe that'll be a +1.
Okay. And that, and then here's the plus the D4.
Ooh.
I'll reroll or hero dice if I need to.
No, it just succeeds. Don't worry.
Oof.
She looks at you. She kind of like looks between the both of you. Fang, you've already befriended Yami. Yami trusts you in some way. Hence why she didn't immediately attack when you tried to grapple her. Only just tried to daze you. She looks at you. She looks between you two. Her tail swishes back and forth, smoking as it does, as though this talk conversation has made her magic kind of flare up. On the full moon. Dance nights on the full moon.
Okay, that can work. We can do
Promise?
that. Jobin looks at everybody.
We'll clear up the tables and we'll make a nice dance floor and it'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Dance on full moons.
Okay.
Ross looks worried, but doesn't say anything.
See, and it's just like, what the fuck? That's the look on his face. You could probably just make the token.
Yeah.
The art there, but he doesn't say anything.
You would see Yami look towards you all.
Does that mean none of you want to be brought back when you die? To dance?
No.
No.
You can bring me back, Yami. I'll dance with you.
Yay! And you'd see her tail swish, and the zombie just collapse to the floor dead. And
Jobin's gonna turn towards. Oh,
Yami's just gonna happily begin to circle around you guys.
Jobin's gonna turn towards Ross and explain what just happened and what Yami is.
All right. Yeah,
Well,
I'll
that's
let
even not a
Elizabeth
tree, of course.
know what happened.
Well, I mean, they're
And we can speak of maybe Yami later.
Ty's not gonna believe this. Or she
She
probably
will
will,
be
but-
shocked.
Katai, did you at any point follow the situation? Or did you
She
stay in the
definitely
house?
was going to, but after Fang walked in, traumatized her old father, and left, she was like, I probably should stay here and make sure my dad's okay. So
Sounds good. All right. Easy enough then. You see and you lean down. You gonna pick up the corpse?
Yeah, he'll start taking it back to the cathedral.
All right, sweet. You sling the old woman's corpse over your shoulder, and you begin to walk through Willowshore.
Jobin hands you this because apparently I have it on.
I think I've got one. But yeah, I'll wrap her up. Try to, make it as respectful as possible.
Okay, sounds good.
And we don't want to draw eyes.
Yami dances with Beetle, left and right. She loves doing this stuff. And Zian, I want to also let you know that you can't help. This isn't like a retrospect perhaps thing, but maybe you saw it in the corner of your eye, but you've always noticed that Yami does stroll through the middle of town often to go to the Seven-Colored Songbird, or more often comes through, because she wanders the town often, whenever you are playing music.
Yeah, well, this is kind of a problem, but we'll talk about it later.
All right. Together, you guys walk back into Willowshore. And are you going to return the body?
Yes.
Do you tell Elizeth what happened, or do you just pass off the body as though you found it? Because you can do either.
If Jobin is there, he will definitely want to tell her.
Yeah, I want to tell her
Hank
too.
doesn't
And
want. Hank doesn't want to tell her.
So just to, keep an eye out. If she does show up, she might try and raise another body. Just keep that in mind.
yes, and that.
As long as we have dance nights at full moons.
Yes,
I
and,
know.
and Fang is taking responsibility for it.
Yeah, and that discussion was just about this one body, not about the rest of them. So
I'll have a talk with her about the bodies.
either way, just in case, Elizeth, if you see Yami walking around here, just maybe double check some of the corpses.
We'll do so.
Did Jobin tell us about the Bakaneko?
Yeah, I would have told you guys what I realized Yami was.
Fang, can you find out who was responsible for Nami before?
Well, the thing
She's
is,
only going to get stronger.
yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind is that it's not that somebody might have extended her life. She might have just been lucky to stay alive long enough.
I mean, I'll ask her about it. I'll ask her about it.
We can't keep the cat at the tea house.
It's a risk.
What do you mean? It's more her tea house than ours.
But she's a cat.
Who can raise
She's
the dead
raising
and
corpses.
Yes.
Well, she raised a corpse. One corpse.
Yes, Jobin says they could even control
Wizards
fire.
do this shit all the time.
It's a cat.
Wait.
not a
No,
wizard.
none of us raise any sort of dead.
Well,
I'm not saying-
So, and eventually they'll be so intelligent enough that they'll pretty much, be like any one of us, like a Amuran.
But
Just
with Jobin, do you know how animals
look,
are? They're very
Cian.
impulsive.
Ian, she was just playing with it. Clearly, she didn't have any evil intent.
The issue is that sometimes they lose. They like raising dead, and sometimes they just lose control of them, which is the problem. So that's why I'm saying, right now we have two places where our dead is raised, and they need to know that this is here, so that if any dead gets risen, they're on top of it.
By lose control, he means they get bored.
Well, that's why we're gonna give her dance nights and spend time with her.
And what about the rest of the time that we can't babysit her?
Well, that's why we hire staff to keep it going while we're not here.
Again, she's been like this for I don't know how long, so we are just realizing it now.
Do you think she'd agree to... I don't know how to... He just looks at Jobin like, I don't know how to rationalize with a cat. Do you? How do you keep... Can we convince her to...
Well, what she cares about is the entertainment and continuing her interests. Right now, her interests are dance, and usually they lead to art or some type of expression. So, as long as the tea house
Maybe
has
we
its
get
dance
her
night.
like a canvas and some paint supplies.
Well, she seems to like music and dance.
Perfect. Seeing you are the perfect person. You could play music for her.
all the time?
Well,
Well,
not
no,
all
not
the
all the time. It doesn't have to be all the time.
Maybe
She
Kazuma
sleeps.
would be interested in maybe having Yumi as like a mascot or something of the Seven-Colored Songbird.
What?
Yeah, give her to
Yami-
Kazuma.
Yami's not going anywhere.
Well, it's like house sitting.
For right now, it's okay. I don't think I think she still isn't interested in being a cat. She does have the abilities. And what happened here is because there was something that, you know, usually her routine got broken by the person dying, and so she, you know, tried to correct it by raising her and have her dance. Well, we'll just make sure her routine doesn't change. Right now, full moons are gonna be full moons are gonna be dance night, and we just act like everything's normal. Treat her just like a cat.
Elizeth looks between you all.
If you think that she will be okay, I trust you. But I know of the beings that you speak of, Neko creatures. They are okay at this time, but there are tales of evil Bakken and echoes. The Church of Pharasma is aware of many creatures that can bring back the dead. These are one of them. But the tales of evil Bakken and echoes that become selfish in age and grow more powerful, those are the Nekomatas, and they are as big as a wolf, a boar, and they can disease the mind with their powers. As long as Yami doesn't grow malevolent or that big, then I don't believe I will take any action.
I guess if the time ever comes where we need to do something, we'll be here to do it.
Maybe. The thing might outlive us.
And we'll make sure that whoever takes up the mantle afterwards knows what they're getting into.
I have gifts for you for bringing this back. I also know that you've completed the ritual that you need to go, correct? That is what you were saying, Ross?
Yes.
This
Sometime next week.
This is what I can offer you. And she will provide you 4 lesser healing potions. And she will hand you a rune for free. I can add them into your party stash if you wish.
Yep.
Yes, please.
And thank you for dealing with this.
Ian goes and runs off to go find Katai and tell her what just happened.
And she will give you what you quickly can find out is a disrupting rune.
Oh. It's good against undead.
She seems to have been making it since you guys have been pursuing the Wall of Ghosts.
Right, we probably should put that
They're very
inside
good.
Cian's katana.
Yeah,
It's
unless he
gonna,
has...
it's gonna have to go in the shield because the sword is stuck with what it has.
Oh, it has one already?
Yeah. it
I
can.
don't think you can add like those fancy
Property
runes.
runes.
Yeah.
So if it didn't have one, yeah, you can. We checked it last time. So if it didn't have a proper rune,
It's
you
not
can. You
even
just
like
can't remove.
it's not even in the sword though. I think we're talking about different kinds. But like, can you go to like open up? Because like, if I go to Ugly Cute's gift, because it's a unique item, I can't like add like a Bane rune, for example. It like just won't let me.
To be
You
clear,
probably need to add.
Go ahead.
Oh,
There's like
go
no
ahead.
option. But at my regular katana, it's there. It's but I just
Yeah.
don't do it.
So the way that the thing's explained is that if it's a unique weapon and it has the it's a +1 unique weapon, it probably already has a built-in property rune in it. So you would need to get a +2 potency rune so that it has 2 slots, and then you can put something on top of it. But you can never remove its original property rune.
I don't know. It doesn't even give you the option though. Like I'm looking at the Fiend's Hunger right now. There's no option to add one, even if I move it to a +2. It doesn't. It doesn't give you the option.
Okay. Maybe that weapon doesn't do it.
a reminder of what a disrupting rune does. A disrupting rune is positive energy. It's worth 150 gold. It deals an extra 1d6 positive damage to all undead. And on a critical hit, the undead is also enfeebled until the end of your next turn. A pretty nasty rune to get, and a really topical one to get from Elizeth.
Yeah.
You want that, Katai?
I don't have a weapon to put it in.
Okay. I can put it in my shield boss. It's about the only thing I have, unless one of you guys
I'm
want
just
to use it.
saying, we could always get a battle saddle.
Get it on the battle saddle?
How much is a battle saddle?
I think it's like 10 gold.
You gonna bring Beetle into combat?
Well, I mean, he's always in combat.
But there's a lot of protesting when that happens.
It's 6 gold. You want one? We have 106 gold.
I think that's the only. I don't know other ways to give animal companions striking runes, right?
Can you put like hand wraps of mighty blows on them?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know how it works.
I mean, you have to look up the rules for animal companions. They're considered minion.
No, I don't think they're considered a minion. They're very complex. It's a lot to comprehend. It's something I'll look into over this session and the next.
Understandable. Alright. With that being said, and the gifts given to you, and the realization of Yami's origins status, I assume you all return back to the Storming Beetle?
I don't believe anything they tell me.
Oh my goodness!
Don't worry, when you come and talk to Yami, you'll see it.
Okay, talking cat.
And together...
That's your line
She
of talking
talked. She
cat?
talked to everybody last session.
Yeah, where was a group hallucination you decided though? That's what we decided.
You were able to make it to the Storming Beetle together to discuss if you wish to have one more roleplay before we head back into downtime. Because you can go speak to Yami, of course.
Down to jump back into downtime.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Don't interact with the cat as much as possible.
Just a cat, guys.
Hey, you're lucky you used to befriend Yami, Fang, before we got to that.
Yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, otherwise, we kill the cat.
Oh my god, you guys are murderers!
It's a monster!
Look, just because I've been plotting for the last, hour to burn down Katai's house does not mean that
What did we do to you? What happened?
your dad said some hurtful things.
Yeah,
He doesn't hold back on anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Fang
You're not
takes
even-
shit from one person, and that person ain't your dad.
He's a nice guy, I swear. We could invite him to dinner sometime, and we could get to know him real well.
You don't know what Fang's plan is?
Okay.
Old man, leave him alone.
We're gonna get down the list. Ross, you wanna give me a roll for your aiding harvest?
Yes.
Uh, 24 is very high, not enough critical success, but enough for you to gain 1 food point for Willowshore, bringing you up to 8, and 2/3 of the way there for surviving, or at least the minimum to survive the winter. Next up is you, Jobin. What would you like to do?
I'm crafting to reinforce buildings.
Ooh, perfect. Go for it.
Oh, there's scratch. Alright.
DC is 19. I just won't do it.
I'm gonna reroll with 0 point.
Sounds good.
Oh my goodness.
Just won't do. You're 2 away. I'm sorry. All right. Whether startled by your situation with the writhing hair, or with Yami. Over the course of the week, while you're able to help out, it's not enough to gain an extra security point on top of what everyone else is already doing. Let's bring that over to Zien. Zien, what would you like to do?
We're aiding townsfolk with athletics.
Go for it.
Are you kidding me? Well, let's try it. Hey, there we go.
There you go.
All right, 29 is a critical success with athletics. You again help bolster the town. You're inspiring. You hold up a brave front through everything that you've seen, and you're able to gain 2 security points and bring both security points and food to 8. All right, that'll bring us over to Katai. Katai, you are doing your reskilling, correct?
I'm doing my retraining. Just reading books, and I'm making my dad some food so he'll forgive Fang, and me for
Perfect.
something I don't know what I did.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No roll necessary, right?
No.
Excellent.
Find some smoke in your. I'm kidding.
House
Fang.
burns down.
Speaking of Fang, what's your downtime roll?
I'm eating the hunt.
Sounds good. All right. That'll be a critical success on aiding the hunt. You gather an impressive amount of food while not overhunting the area. You'll gain 2 food points as you come back with big hauls. That'll bring you to 10 on the food points. Damn near close to being the minimum what you need for the entire fall. That's your first week within the fall season done. Now this next week bears the new moon. Do you wish to perform downtime activities this week, or are you okay basically prepping, buying, selling, and doing what you need to gather everything ready for the ritual, prepare the rites that you need, study, and then head there? Or are you willing
Yeah, I
to
think so.
delay another 2 weeks or so before you get a
The vote
chance?
was already cast.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
We're attempting it.
Okay.
If we don't do it, if we're not successful, it's 4 weeks till the next time.
Yeah, because we might fail the ritual and have to try again.
Yeah, very, very possible.
No research is needed to be done, so we'll move on to the next week. Are you... Hold on. That's weird. Hold on. Oh, it only tells me whenever something's a crescent moon at very certain times. But I'm assuming you're waiting till the full moon, right?
Is it full or new? Because you said. It
Oh
was
my
new.
god, it's new moon. New moon. The 11th of Lemeshan is a
Yeah,
new
that's what we're waiting for.
moon. Alright, sounds good. An empty moon. Gosh, sorry. On the 9th, however, something will occur. Because time unfortunately does pass, and things happen in Willowshore. Alright. You guys are resting
What?
after the end of the day in the Storming Beetle. You've gathered your things together, you're recapping the day before there is a on your door. Help! Help!
Oh,
Someone runs and answers the door.
Okay. The door slides open and you can see a man with an absolutely pale face. Those of you that know people around town recognize him. He is not an unknown figure. If anyone thinks that they would know the town guards in particular,
alright. We would.
Katai, you
I feel like Jobin probably would too.
You recognize Ho Jung Hugh. This is this gentleman's name. He is known as one of Willowshore's most eligible bachelors. This is
So many bachelors coming to our door.
this is in the description. Leave me alone.
Hey, you have to have the player's opportunity to romance somebody, right?
Hey.
No, Katai's thirsty. We get it.
Nah, this is true. Everyone, both Matsu and him have this description. All right, listen here. He looks around.
Oh no, not shit snakes again.
Please. I was cooking dinner before There was something, a figure at my window. I grabbed a sword and I headed outside, but I thought it was a prowler, a miscreant. But it was a creature in a long dark robe, vaguely even human in shape. It was made of mist and smoke. When it turned to face me, in my backyard, there was just a mask made of stone for a face. And my whole body just broke down. I ran. I could only think to come to you all to face such a creature. Please, will you come to my home? Take on this faceless ghost. I can't go home until it's gone. You want me to sense motive?
Side check. All right, Mr. Eligible Bachelor Man.
He seems genuinely scared. Like, genuinely very, very scared.
Okay.
Based off of the description of what he said, it was like a all, black cloak and a stone mask. Do I have any idea like what that might be?
Yeah, roll me a recall knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the sound and everything going on here, you guys lose a hope point. He's running around in the middle of the afternoon screaming. So
This fucking guy.
you rolled relatively low. If you're okay with that.
Getting close to the end of the session, I'll reroll with a hero point, my last hero point.
Sounds good. You can't be sure. You can't be sure on what this is. That sounds like a very specific creature, but not one that you've ever dealt with or heard of.
Mm.
This is also weeks later, so if you got any pop library, it is around.
Yeah. Jobin has Pocket Library always on every day. So, if a +1 would have made a difference, he definitely would have been using it.
It wouldn't in this case, but it does sound like it's called a faceless ghost, so you would know that anybody that knows anything about spiritualism is likely going to be knowledgeable on what this creature could be.
Okay. Here, I'll go ahead and rest for the day and then have Pocket Library be used.
The main thing with Ho Jiang-hee is that he is very popular in town. He is a well-known guard. He is often sought after. It takes a lot for him to come seek out help from you all. So your sense motives are pretty clear that he was very scared and is very believing that this faceless ghost exists. Feng.
Well, I mean,
Well, let's go, I guess.
he's not the only one in the town to believe in ghosts. Things like, don't worry, I'll sort it out.
Okay, come with me. And he's going to bring you guys back. You guys going to follow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you're heading there that night,
Ross, don't call it a spirit.
Yeah, Ross, please. Remember the rules.
Sure.
Ho has a very clear house. Jung-Hyo's house is it's one that a normal guard would have, but relatively bigger. He gets a lot of fame and fortune around town, and thus he's got his own backyard with a fence with hay in it. There are no cattle in here at the moment, and as you guys make your way within and find it, he points towards it, and he walks with you with a hand out like a sword on his hip. And he looks like he's defiant enough to go in there with you, emboldened with you. And he will open up the gate and say, "It was in here." You can see that there is a tree in two opposite corners. There is another gate that holds the hay bales. Some of them have been knocked on the outside. There is a trough filled with murky water and a feed. But there's no faceless ghost here. Not right now. Not that you can see in the dark.
Well, at least he's braver than Matsu.
Where did you see it?
Here, I saw it from my window in this very place. I don't know where it is.
Did you go outside to see it, or did you just see it through your window?
Both.
Both. Okay. Maybe it's hiding.
It's very dark.
What do you mean it's dark? You can see. Come on. Perfectly bright out.
All right. As you approach, there's a delay, a sway, and those of you that are trained in occultism or religion immediately feel a weight upon entering the halfway point of this place. You've walked into somewhere where something unholy is calling its home. This is clearly a haunted spot. There is a spirit here.
Don't call it a spirit.
There's definitely an entity here.
Hey, is there a...
Need it to
That's
show
a very-
itself.
It's a very nice mask you have there.
Anyone, as you speak these words, Jobin, you speak of a stone or a mask. You would see out from the shrubbery here something poke its body out. When I say body, I don't mean a body. I mean, it's like a roiling mound of smoke interlacing itself to make a makeshift form. You see a mask of stone. A orange-tinted stone that is tilted. Its eyes are either closed or completely open. You can't be sure from its look. As it stares at you, it just seems to cock its head lightly before you realize the mask is staring at Jung-Hyun.
Freaky.
As it has revealed itself, and you've walked into this area, I need everyone to roll me will saves against its presence alone.
Oof. I'll use a hero point for that.
Oh, no, Mushi.
Mushi, no.
Okay. This is a fear effect, by the way. Emotional, mental. I'm sure that's already tailored into roles, but... Mushi is frightened level 4.
Holy moly.
I'm gonna use my reaction for invigorating fear.
Okay.
When
So you're gonna
it'll give
gain
me temp HP equal to the creature's level.
6. All right. Those of you that succeeded, all of you feel its stare. There's something wrong looking upon this creature. It's like looking into what's lost. And I don't mean lost as in wandering. I mean something that existed in this world that is entirely lost. No one knows about. No one cares about. This creature, as you look into it, is what you will be in a few hundred years. Nothing, with no one. Not even a name that anyone cares to remember under stories. And so, as that hits you, those of you who failed will get frightened too. Those of you that succeeded, which, to be clear, the DCs are... Hey!
It tells us if we succeeded or not.
On Ross and Zian's, there's no...
Oh, they didn't roll from the
Yeah, I didn't see the prompt on the...
Ross,
gem.
you will fail and get frightened 2. Zian, you'll get frightened 1. So all people will get frightened 1 at the very least. Our dear Young Hugh needs to roll. He'll get frightened 2 to start this off. Perfect. Alright. And as this creature shows itself to you, its frightful presence immediately drawing near, it then begins to reel its hand out, desperately, and you can tell smoke begins to trail as it longingly begins to drift towards Jung-Hyu's face. And we'll roll initiative. We'll come back next week. Or actually, should we roll it now? I'm down to roll it now.
Okay.
This creature can use stealth for its initiative. It's hidden from view. Oh, it doesn't need to. Unless its stealth's better.
32? Oh my god.
What's it still? Stealth will give it a +1. So it will be at 33. Alright. It will begin the initiative at the top. When we come back next week for you to fight this creature. I'm curious if anybody recognizes that name, but I hope not. I'm excited for you guys to have a full-blooded initiative next week to start the session off right into the middle of combat.
Here's your violence you crave.
Yeah,
Remy.
you wanted your violence. You're gonna get some fucking
This
violence.
isn't what I want violence against.
Ghosts?
I want tangible violence.
Tangible violence.
I don't know if we're gonna get much of that.
I
I'm
want to blast and pour boats.
Tangible violence. I just got that.
above
Took
board.
me a second.
Does anyone recognize this creature? Okay.
I've never found anything like this.
Cool.
Do you want to
cool.
show the picture again?
I can. I'm just curious. I mean, its art tells you a lot about it. But yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. I'm gonna say it's some kind of ghost.
Okay.
There is
And,
nowhere within its stat block that calls it a ghost.
Well,
I'll
I
tell
mean-
you that.
I mean, right now we're about to break some mist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Incorporeal being.
Mhm.
Probably
It reminds me-
within
it
an
reminds me-
anime
it reminds-
sometime or
it reminds me-
another.
It reminds me of the thing from Spirit Away.
It reminds me of Yamask from Pokemon. So got
I
me.
forgot his character from Spirit Away.
Yamask is like not threatening looking.
I know, but like, I mean, he's not really threatening looking either. He just looks like a little guy, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to be touched by that wisp.
What if he is a wisp? Oh, what if he is a wisp?
Oh, then we're in big trouble if it's
No-
a wisp.
no face.
We
Yeah,
might as well
no
just
face.
run away.
No face.
If it's a wisp, if it's a will-wisp, we're done for.
Yeah,
So,
we'll just let this guy be eaten.
you know, that's fair. You know, as we discovered, there's plenty of
I
children-
cannot think of a harder counter for our party than a will-wisp.
It'd be up there.
I mean, what's the worst thing Wilbus could do? I mean, isn't like
They're immune to most magic.
hit it with a sword?
I don't have one of those.
Okay, get one. I got a dagger.
I'm not gonna embarrass
I
myself.
think they're resistant to like weapons.
You
and
didn't
stuff,
spend
too.
spend your actions on activating beetle.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the first.
I think you can only do it once.
I think this is the first combat that you guys are going into that you have no real clue what the enemy is, because usually you guys know. something about this enemy. Like even the Napora bows, right? You were able to roll immediately before you guys ended the session. But because this thing beats you in the initiative, it's going to get to do stuff. To be clear, this creature's frightful presence is just an aura. For being in it, you just make the save. It's not an action or anything like that.
Does it go down at the end of our turns, or do we maintain at least a 1?
So regardless of the result of the saving throw, you don't need to roll against it again for X amount of time. So
Okay, so
it
that
goes
means
down.
It's gonna go down. Yeah, by 1 every round.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Just checking.
poor Jung Hyu walked outside and got hit by Frightened 4 and just said, fuck this, and ran.
I don't blame him. That's 100% fair.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
So yeah. Anyways, I don't mean to keep you guys any longer than usual. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back for session 23 next week for a fight. And we're going to get into some real meat of it because they're deciding to open the Wall of Ghosts literally just about halfway through fall. And that'll be a lot of fun. I'm very excited from here on in. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.